Cars just forming up on track at the moment. We'll run through the fields for today's racing. 6 shooters. We have Faith Ainsley, Tony Simons, Brian Allison, Nick Prattley, Adam Evans, James Martin, Ben Smart, Luke Shearing, Blair Smith, Samantha Sanford, all from Cromwell. From Riverside Speedway, Jason Jenner, Nigel Marshall, Emma Gordon, Gavin Reed, Harrison Brown and Dwayne Cracknell. And great to see drivers from Christchurch venture south. We've got Simon Moore, Andrew Marker, Chris Jemmett and Kane Jemmett. They are the 6 shooters entered for the Darrell Ainsley Memorial. Massive field of youth Ministocks today. Clay Dawson, Trent Ainsley, George Headley, Thomas Scott, Ashley Harrington, Cooper Arkle, Zach Phillips, Dylan Prattley, Mia Somerville, Jess Evans, Alec Colvin, Dylan Jones, Ollie Dicey, Jay Peterson, Paige McEwen, Ashton Gable, Brodie McDonald, Bailey Craig, Byron Craig, and from Christchurch, Jackson Hudos and Ben McSweeney, and all the way from Nelson, Leela Jeffcoat. That is the youth Ministocks for today. We take a look at the field of saloons here this afternoon. We have George Phillips, Phil Burgess, Gary Woods and Barry Taylor, all racing under the Central Motor Speedway banner. From Riverside, we've got Jamie Black, Graham Williamson, Scott Williamson, Darren McLeod and Dan Black. From Dunedin, Stu Miller, Shane Greer, Aaron Andrews, Matt Green, Ryan Bennett, Jason Gold, and from Christchurch, Woodford Glen, Ashton Osborne. Great to see youth saloons at Central Motor Speedway as well. Of course, it's a grade that's only raced at Beachland Speedway and Riverside Speedway, and they are racing this afternoon. Of course, it is the final of their Tri-Series. They've already run an event at Riverside, run an event at Beachlands, and this will be the decider here tonight at Central Motor Speedway. That event, of course, sponsored by the Pits TV and Rumours of Eternity. From Dunedin, Brooke Soper, Blake Taylor, Lucy Greer, Matt Thomas, Shannon Simone, Zara Lee Tahuta, Leo Bennett, Caleb Marshall, Clay Marshall and Maddie Stewart. From Riverside Speedway in the Deep South, Kate Anderson, Dane Harvey, Baton Benfell, Alex Crosby, Kahu Moxham, Riley Henderson and Josh Richardson. Good sprint car field tonight here at Central Motor Speedway. From Central Motor Speedway, Fetu Taiwa, Jaden Dodge, Matt Anderson, Shannara Stronach, Steve Scholes, Hayden Johnson, Paul Horrell, Nigel Colvin, Josh Buchanan and Sam O'Callaghan. From Riverside Speedway, Jacob McIntyre. And from Christchurch, Oscar Harcourt, Steve Duff Jr., Gene Spooner, Caleb Bourne and Ray Bourne. And great to see a couple of cars from the top of the south, Nelson Speedway, Stephen Taylor and Connor Rangi. Stock cars tonight here at Central Motor Speedway. We see from Cromwell, Cameron Reddy, Casey McEwen, Liam Osborne, Cheryl Walker, Zach Manson, Bradley McKee, Brian Tunifar and Shane McDonald. From Dunedin, Savannah Simon, Billy Greer, Harry Greer, Paul Simon, Mark Taylor, Stephen Thompson. From Riverside Speedway, Bailey Mowat, Adam Neighbour and David Wheeler. And from Christchurch, Tyler Horton. Super Saloons tonight, Mark Osborne from Christchurch, Malcolm Nartai, Trevor Elliott and Richie Taylor, all from Christchurch. Dave Manera from Nelson, Alistair Lister, Terry Soper and Ricky Bolton from Dunedin, and Grant Malloy from Riverside Speedway. Final grade racing tonight, Production Saloons. We have Gavin Hurring, Des McTaggart, Tim Jobson, Vicky Kircher, Stephen Nicholas, Brad McTaggart, Sam McKenzie, Daniel Rolton and James Wood, all from Central Motor Speedway. From Dunedin, Shane Priestley, Brian Wilson and Aaron Brooklyn. From Riverside Speedway, Stephen Clements, Asher Clements, Laura Heads and David McKenzie. From Christchurch, Chris Bailey, Alan Bailey, Ian Clark, 3NZ Vaughan Fairburn and the New Zealand champ Matt Sherlock, also from Christchurch. That is the field of cars here tonight, honouring their old mate Darrell Ainsley, who of course 2018 we lost Darrell, And he's one of those guys that did so much but asked for so little. And these drivers absolutely stoked to be here to honour Daryl Ainsley. It's going to be a hell of a meeting, folks. We'll be up and racing not too far away indeed. So kick back, grab a cold one, and enjoy the atmosphere here at the Heavy Trax Hire Central Motor Speedway. Alrighty, race fans, this is going to be one hell of a sight. A four-wide salute honouring Daryl Ainsley. Of course, this is the Daryl Ainsley Memorial, parked up in the middle of those two sprint cars, Sam O'Callaghan and Whetu Taiwa. Of course, is Faith Ainsley and Trent Ainsley. So get up on your feet, folks, make some noise, toot your horns, clap your hands, and salute a man that gave so much to Central Motor Speedway. What an honour it is for his family here this afternoon to have all of Daryl's close friends. Make some noise for them, folks, as they go around. All the cars entered here this afternoon, all paying tribute to Daryl Ainsley. Take it in, folks. Make some noise for all the drivers and the Ainsley family as they circulate a place that Daryl loves so much, the Heavy Trax Hire Central Motor Speedway. what an absolute stunning sight here at the Heavy Trax Hire Central Motor Speedway. A lot of drivers out on track there. They were very, very close friends with Daryl Ainsley, close competitors. One of those guys that would sacrifice what he was doing just to help people out. And it is great to have all of those drivers here. They would not miss it. Great to see the infield crew all come out, pay their respects as well, the side of the track. He was a former club president here at Central Motor Speedway. He was a 4-time South Island Saloon champion. One of the genuine nice guys of the sport, taken far, far too early. And what a tribute here, folks. All these cars on track, all these drivers here to pay tribute to Daryl Ainsley. Absolutely incredible sight, and what an atmosphere. I know there's not a massive crowd here, but a great atmosphere. One of celebration, which is exactly what the man himself would have wanted. Usually, of course, this event runs over a couple of days, one day of fun where there's a bit of sheep shearing going on and jet boat rides and all sorts of things, but of course COVID has put paint to that this year, but of course the on-track action is certainly still going to go ahead. All of these drivers, of course, are all racing their own individual grades, but a lot of them have been put into teams. In fact, there is 14 teams in total racing for the Daryl Ainsley Memorial. So every team has sprint car drivers, 6-shooter drivers, production saloon, youth, stock cars, youth saloons, you name it. Every grade represented has a member of that grade in a team. So 14 teams. Team Taiwa, Team Stronach, Team Colvin, Team Buchanan, Team O'Callaghan, Team Ainsley, Team Simmons, Team Allison, Team Kircher, Team McEwen, Team Burgess, Team Taylor, Team Osborne, and Team Ritchie. So there is 14 teams. So you might be partnered up out there, you never know, with somebody who's doing very, very well in another grade. Once the points washout comes through at the end of the night, they will crown that team the Daryl Ainsley Memorial winner. It's a great concept and a great way to put a bit of camaraderie, I guess, between grades, which is pretty cool. Beautiful day here in Cromwell. And an amazing sight we are going to be in for a massive afternoon of action here at the Daryl Ainsley Memorial at the Heavy Trax Hire Central Motor Speedway.
Hi, Malcolm Nardo from Suck It Up. We specialise in hydro excavation in the Canterbury region, safe dig methods around services. Also we do septic tank cleaning, drain cleaning, CCTV over your pipes. If you want an excellent service, please check us out on Facebook.
Suck It Up Limited, 740 Marston Road, Christchurch. Call them 24 hours a day on 027 588 8809.
Race fans, welcome along to the Heavy Trax Hire Central Motor Speedway. I'm your commentator, Daryl Shuttleworth, and it is an honour to call this meeting tonight the Ainsley Memorial. What a stunning night, some great fields lined up across all classes. 6 shooters will kick off the evening's entertainment, 10 laps of action. Wasn't that an amazing sight just before the 4 wide salute to Daryl Ainsley? Very, very emotional time. Really sets the tone for the night, but of course it is a celebration. Great to be back racing here at the Heavy Trax Hire Central Motor Speedway. Lost one meeting due to the whole COVID thing that's going on. Very, very hard for smaller clubs around the country to run. So your field of 6 shooters lining up for race number 1. Blair Smith leads him around. He's on the inside in car 81. Harrison Brown on his outside, car 57 from Riverside Speedway. Dwayne Cracknell, car 66. Andrew Marker is car number 51, all the way from Christchurch. 57, Chris Gemmett, also from Christchurch on his outside. Car 58, Ben Smart. Jason Jenner, the auto windscreen replacements, car 7 from Riverside Speedway on his outside. We see car number 41, Adam Evans. Emma Gordon, she's in car number 72 from Riverside Speedway. Tony Simmons, car number 18. Faith Ainsley, car 5 from Central Motor Speedway. 95 is Nigel Marshall from Riverside. 88, Peter Keith from Christchurch. 68, we see Luke Shearing on his outside. The Flintstones masonry machine of Brian Allison. New car for him mid-season. Of course, big accident at the start of the season. Rode his car off. Gavin Reed, car number 46. On his outside, we see Samantha Sanford, car number 93. Of course, Sam, she was running not too long ago in youth Ministocks. She celebrated a birthday this week, so a big happy birthday to her. And at the tail of the field, Kane Gemmett, another driver. You'll see the wee rag tied to the roll cage of his car, as well as Samantha Sanford's. Of course, they are on the mentor program, both up in the senior ranks. Great to see a good field of 6 shooters here. Of course, if you've never heard what a 6-shooter is before, you've tuned in from the other side of the world, thanks to Pitts Media. Pretty much a full-size sprint car chassis, a V6 Holden motor, and a whole stack of fun. We're about to go green here, folks. The Ainsley Memorial at the Heavy Trax Hire Central Motor Speedway. Harrison Brown it is, who leads him down to that tight turn 1 and 2. Smith in second place. Then we go back to Marker. He's in third, but he's under attack at the moment from Smart. Evans is wasting no time whatsoever. He's moved himself up 4 spots already. Goes round the outside of Cracknell. So that's Gemmett up to 5th place. Cracknell, Evans, Simmons. Then we go back to Gordon, Jason Jenner. Bit of smoke coming out the back of Marshall, car number 95. But out in front, It's the Sam Brown Concrete Cutting Car 57 from the Deep South, Riverside Speedway, and Harrison Brown. This is his first season of six-shooter racing. Of course, he's raced in youth saloons. He's raced in youth Ministocks. Very, very capable young peddler. And he's got a handy lead early in this one here. Race number 1 at the Ainsley Memorial. In second place, Smith doing a good job. In car number 81, he's holding second at the moment. A real battle starting to heat up for third, with Ben Smart putting a ton of pressure on the back of Andrew Marker from Christchurch. Then we go back to the 57 of Chris Gemmett, and the 41, which is Evans. Then a bit of a gap. We see Dwayne Cracknell with Gordon behind him, and then Tony Simmons. 10 laps of action in race number 1 here at the Heavy Trax Hire Central Motor Speedway. Some great battles happening further back in the pack as well. Luke Shearing in a hell of a battle with Marshall and Peter Keith at the moment. They head off down the back straight. Harrison Brown now with lap traffic in the form of Samantha Sanford just up ahead of him. This is just her second meeting in six-shooters. She's doing a good job as well. She just needs to hold her line and let those leaders try and find a way around her. Harrison Brown goes to the inside of Sanford. Manages to get the job done without being held up. Sanford moves out wide. Cuts back down again. Smith goes round the outside. So does Marker. Ben Smart tries to find a way down the inside. Can't do so. This is going to cost Smart if Adam Evans comes round the outside. He can't quite get there. Only a couple of laps to run in this one here, folks. It is still Harrison Brown, the man they call Curly, from Riverside Speedway. He comes through, collects the white flag. One more lap to run. Smith still in second, Marker in third. Then we've got Smart, Janet and Evans. That order has not changed at all. But the winner of heat number 1 here at Heavy Trax Hire Central Motor Speedway will be the 57 of Harrison Brown. Smith home in second. 51 Andrew Marker from Christchurch in third place. But a tidy drive. He led from the front row of the grid. They say make hay while the sun's shining. He had the prime grid position and he made the most of it, young Harrison Brown.
It's action for the whole family. With 23 tracks around New Zealand, there is no better way to spend your weekends than at a Speedway New Zealand track.
Here they come to the start-finish line again.
There's something for the whole family. Sprint cars, saloons, stock cars, sidecars, midgets, and much, much more. Pack up the family and make a trip to adrenaline-filled, action-packed bashes and crashes that only Speedway can deliver. Visit www.speedway.co.nz to find out the track nearest to you. Speedway, it's our summer thing.
Lead them out, car number 42. That is Ella Colvin on her outside. New racer this season, done very, very well indeed. It's car number 29, the Case Bakery Machine of Mia Somerville. Second row back, 67 Paige McEwen. Paige has got the 97 of Ben McSweeney on her outside. Great looking car, that car of Ben's. Next row back we go to Ashton Gable in 88. And the 415 of Bailey Craig. Car 10, Jackson Hudos with Trent Ainsley on his outside. 22 is Dylan Prattley. 44, Ollie Dicey. And at the tail of the field, Thomas Scott. He's only a few races into his short career as well. Loves his speedway. Green flag drops, we go racing. Heat 1, Group A of Youth Ministocks. The 97 of Ben McSweeney wasting absolutely no time whatsoever trying to get round the outside of Colvin. Colvin pushes him high and wide as they head down the back straight. Somerville in third place. Then we go to Craig. Ainsley's got off to a flying start as well. Picked up a couple of spots early in this one here. 8 laps of action. The Darrell Ainsley Memorial is what is on the line. They're racing in their grades, but they're also racing for their team as well. Out in front though, stretching the legs, is McSweeney from Christchurch, car 97. Ainsley picks himself up another spot. He's managed to get past Mia Somerville, starting to put pressure now on the outside of Bailey Craig. He'll look to cut down nice and low here between 1 and 2. Can he get the job done? He can't. So Craig putting pressure now on the back of Colvin. That's for second and third place at the moment. Gets right up on that back bumper. While out in front, it's still the 97 of Ben McSweeney with a handy lead. Comes through to tick the box one more time. Ella Colvin, the Central Southern excavating machine, doing a great job in second place there at the moment. She's managing to hold off Craig and Ainsley. Ainsley trying to find a way through. Of course, these cars very, very evenly matched. They all run that 1200cc Nissan or Toyota motor. Wee bit of contact back further in the pack between Somerville and car 10 from Christchurch, Jackson Hudos, but a side-by-side as they head down the main straight through 1 and 2. Somerville follows Hudos. Ashton Gable with a move down the inside now of Somerville. Does well, picks up a spot. Ainsley now with a big opening. Can he grab second place? He had a big look on the inside of Craig and Colvin. Craig all over that back bumper now of Colvin, trying to just unsettle her at the other end of the straight. They can see the race leader, Ben McSweeney, absolutely running away with this one. But it's a hell of a battle for the minors, second and third place. There's 3 cars, 3 doesn't fit into 2. Who's it going to be? Colvin, Ainsley or Craig? Ainsley now down the inside of Craig. They come out of turn 2. Down the back straight, Colvin's managed to stretch the legs. White flag comes out. McSweeney puts a lap on Scott and McEwen. Through comes Ella Colvin. Ainsley now up to third place. Craig trying to fight back. He's in fourth, but he's lost that spot. Down the back straight, one last time, through 3 and 4. It's going to be a race win for the 97 out of Christchurch. Ben McSweeney, well driven Ben. Second place, we're going to see Colvin with a great drive just ahead of Ainsley in car number 5. Good tidy driving here, Group A of the Youth Ministocks. Of course, it's all about bagging points and getting into that final a little bit later on for these guys and girls. But a good drive, he made a move early. Ben McSweeney, of course, McSweeney, he's in Team 10, the McEwen team, so a good bag of points for them in race 2 here at the Heavy Trax Hire Central Motor Speedway.
Hi, Scott here from Expert Cars. Over the last couple of years I've used Sign Solutions for lots of jobs. Building signage, vehicle signage and even flags. If you need signage done in Invercargill, get in touch with Sign Solutions.
So Group 2, Group B of Youth Ministocks roll out on track here for their first race of the afternoon at the Heavy Trax Hire Central Motor Speedway. Racing, of course, for the Ainsley Memorial. Leading them out, car 7. That is George Headley, his last year of racing in the Youth Ministocks before he heads off into the adult grades. A 6-shooter, I believe, is where he's heading. So that car, folks, is for sale. So if you want to get your kids into a good competitive car, car 7 is for sale. On his outside, all the way from Nelson, Leela Jeffcoat in car number 28. Then we got the 448, Brian Craig of Central Motor Speedway. On his outside, 14, Ashley Harrington, also from Central Motor Speedway. Car number 99, Brodie McDonald, part of Sly Fox Racing. Great looking car. Behind him we see car number 21, Zach Phillips. 33 is Jess Evans. Behind Jess, we see car 4, Clay Dawson, new car for Clay. 51, Jade Peterson. Car 15, Cooper Arknell, will start from the tail of the field. Of course, car 4, that was the Jake Shearing machine that absolutely has dominated the youth mini-stock grade this season. So great to see young Clay jumping up into a very, very competitive car. Race 3 for the afternoon. Issues down here for the 448 of Brian Craig. Car 14, Ashley Harrington. I see that car's also got for sale down the side rail of it. So a few of these cars available. Great grade to get your kids into if they want to get into Speedway. Of course, good cheap form of motorsport, in a lot of cases cheaper than karting. And it's all done in a controlled environment. Whole stack of fun for the young ones. Good bunch of kids as well. So 3-minute bell has been called for 448 Brian Craig. Pretty much just a shrunken version of a stock car, which we will see out on track here in a couple of races' time. 1200cc Toyota or Nissan Motors or Datsuns, whatever side of the fence you like to sit on. So a relatively level playing field. Of course, there's some new chassis out there, a couple of stealth mini stocks out there. Jay Peterson, car number 51, he heads to the infield now, so issues for the placemakers machine of Jay Peterson. Brian Craig goes to the infield. So it looks like he'll be out as well. So 2 cars down in this one here. So lights have gone out. Civil Construction safety car has gone to the infield. We are set for a race start. Headley and Jeffcoat lead them around. Race 3 of the afternoon. Youth Ministocks here at the Heavy Trax Hire Central Motor Speedway. Headley's got the inside line. Leads him down to that tight turn 1 and 2. Jeffcoat in second place. Then we go to McDonald. Look at Dawson in that new car of his. Absolutely wasting no time at all. Has a big look down the inside of Brodie McDonald as well as Jeffcoat. Manages to get the job done. So Headley, car 7 leads, the machine that's for sale. Dawson in second place. Then we go McDonald, Jeffcoat, Harrington. The 21 of Zach Phillips. Then Evans in the 33. And car 15, which is Cooper Arknell. That's your field at the moment. But it's the Carter's Tyre Service Gore. Car number 7 with a handy lead at the moment. He'll be hoping that this battle heats up behind him between Dawson and McDonald to give him a wee bit more of a breathing space. It's a good battle so far. Harrington now down the inside of Jeffcoat. A nice move from Harrington in car 14. The Accelerate Motorsport machine up to 4th place. McDonald now putting all sorts of pressure on Clay Dawson in car 4. He's going to get right up on that back bumper as they head down to the big wide 3 and 4 here. Through they go. It's still Headley who leads. Of course, he missed a couple of meetings early on in the season with an injury, but he's come back well. Down the back straight, McDonald again. This time he has a look on the inside of Dawson. Can he get a run? No, he can't. Dawson does well. Harrington trying to chase down this lead bunch. Then we go back to Jeffcoat. Phillips. Car 15 of Cooper Arknell, who's managed to make a move on the 33 of Jess Evans. So McDonald lost a couple of car lengths to Dawson in car 4. His first meeting in this car, and driving very, very well indeed. They're starting to chase down the leader, but they're running out of laps. Headley takes it out wide, stretches the legs down the back straight. McDonald coming back at Dawson once more. The white flag will come out this time around for George Headley. Car number 7 from Central Motor Speedway will come through. He's got one more lap to run. Down to turns 1 and 2. Dawson under all sorts of pressure at the moment. McDonald having another look. Can he get an overlap and get the nose down in front between 3 and 4? Dawson gets a little bit sideways. It's going to be Headley that comes through. Car number 7. He takes this one here out. George Headley, well driven. Second place, Clay Dawson. And back in third, car number 99, Brodie McDonald. Harrington did well. So did Jeffcoat. But a good chance to bag some points for George Headley. Car number 7. So good tidy racing so far across all 3 grades that we've seen on track. Could be some action coming up next though, folks. Of course, there has been over the last few weeks when it's come to saloons. Looking forward to this one, folks. Saloons out on track next for their first heat of the Darrell Ainsley Memorial. Technical Welding Services Hamilton are specialists in the transit concrete mixer industry. From chassis drop-off to a full working concrete mixing, the team will take care of the job from start to finish. Full engineering services and general sheet metal work can also be undertaken. Need a quote? Call 07 847 2031 or visit our website www.techweld.nz. Technical Welding Services Hamilton, we are the experts.
Hi, welcome to X Factor Cars, Southland's multi-award-winning pre-owned dealership. Stockists of classic collectibles, V8s, family vehicles, trade vehicles and everything in between. Thinking American or Aussie muscle, family vehicle or custom? Think X Factor Cars.
Alrighty folks, race 4 in your program, Saloons, 10 laps of action and a grade that meant so much to Darrell Ainsley. In fact, his last saloon out on track there, car 57, Aaron Andrews from Dunedin, piloting that Hypermac Mustang 4 times. Darrell Ainsley won the South Island Saloon Championship. So very, very cool indeed. And a pretty classy field of cars here for this event this afternoon. I think it's absolutely fantastic. So leading them around, 112, Dan Black from Riverside Speedway. Must wish Don Black, Dan's father, a bit of a Speedway legend. Wish him a very, very happy birthday today as well. 33, Shane Greer from Dunedin. Jamie Black, car 5 from Riverside Speedway. The Flying Scotsman is Stu Miller, car number 10 from Dunedin. 19 is Gary Woods from Central Motor Speedway. 24, the old school looking Tirana. That is Darren McLeod from Riverside Speedway. 22, of course, it was meant to be Scott Williamson behind the wheel, but we've called in the big guns. The Mac Daddy himself, Shane McIntyre, running car number 22 today. The Otago Metals Machine, car number 57, Aaron Andrews, winner of the 40-lap race at Beachland Speedway last weekend. The X Factor cars, Hypermac Mustang, is Graham Williamson, car number 21 from Riverside Speedway. George Phillips, car number 2, the Cleanway sponsored Hypermac out of Central Motor Speedway. Certainly a car not to take your eyes off. Ashton Osborne 161 on his outside. Jason Gold, car number 88 from Beachland Speedway. And at the tail of the field, car 15, the Advanti Racer. That there is Phil Burgess. Of course, he got second in last weekend's 40-lapper at Beachland Speedway. Very, very close race with him and Aaron Andrews. That car, folks, is also for sale. Car 15. So if you fancy yourself as a saloon driver, go and catch up with Phil and the team, and they'll certainly do you a deal. But a classy field of saloons here, of course, to pay tribute, to celebrate their mate, Daryl Ainsley. Greer and Black. Dan Black on the outside, a new car for him, former Alien Scouting car out of Christchurch. Dan's done well in it so far this season. He's got Shane Greer on his inside. Yellow lights still flashing, so we will run another lap under yellow. Very, very classy mid-pack in this one here. You've just got to look. Andrews, McIntyre, Phillips, Williamson, Osborne. They're all there. Watch for action to happen mid to backpack. Some big guns here wanting to find a way through. Dan Black controls the pace on the outside. The green flag awaits them as they come out of turn 2. Black gets on the loud pedal nice and early. Jamie Black moves up to second place. In fact, Greer manages to cover, keeps him out of there. Gary Woods, new motor in his car. He's pretty stoked to have that car back on track now as well. He's holding third place at the moment. Shane McIntyre in the 22i car works his way through. George Phillips looking for a way around the A9X Tirana of Darren McLeod. Down to 1 and 2 we go. Look at all these big guns threading the needle here at the moment. Osborne following Phillips. Phillips is up high and wide. That big wide sweeping turn 3 and 4 here. There is no better sight than George Phillips pinning the back end of car 2 against the wall in 3 and 4 here at the Heavy Trax highest Central Motor Speedway. What a sight. But out in front, it's the 112 of Dan Black, who leads this one here. McIntyre now down the inside of Shane Greer, the Colour Car Painters sponsored car from Dunedin. So it's McIntyre from Riverside in second place. Graham Williamson trying to find a way past Gary Woods, sticks the nose down the inside. Who's on the outside of them? The 2NZ, George Phillips, ready to pounce at the moment. Williamson makes his way through. Then we've got Woods, we've got Phillips, Ashton Osborne, Jason Gold there in car number 88 trying to find a way through as well. He's having a solid race. But out in front it is still Dan Black in the 112. Goes through 1 and 2, sticks it out nice and wide, heads off down the back straight. He's got a handy lead to Shane McIntyre, the SW Finance car 22. Through he comes past the control tower. Then we go back to Shane Greer, car 33. He's side by side with Graham Williamson. Williamson trying to get down the outside and get the overlap. He manages to do so. Then we've got George Phillips. He's next in the queue. Ashton Osborne, Gary Woods, Jason Gold. Then we go back to McLeod, Burgess, Andrews. They're still having a stoush from last weekend's meeting. Oh, Andrews out to the wall, gives it a bit of a clip. So looked like a wee bit of contact between him and Phil Burgess, and he's broken something in the front end. So Aaron Andrews, he'll park up on the infield, the Otago Metals machine. Dan Black now all over the back of his brother Jamie Black. In car 5, Jamie Black just moves out wide. White flag is out, so Dan Black with a handy lead. He won't be touched in this one here. McIntyre in second. Then we go back to Williamson. It's going to be a Riverside Speedway trifecta in heat number 1 here of the Darrell Ainsley Memorial, with the 1-1-2 of Dan Black home in first place, followed by McIntyre in car 22. Graham Williamson in the 21. George Phillips car 2. Ashton Osborne in the 161. Then we go back to Greer. But a tidy drive and a pretty simple race win at the end of it all for 1-1-2 Dan Black from Riverside Speedway. Good tidy first race. Wee bit of contact between Burgess and Andrews mid-race. Sent Andrews to the infield. Coming up next though, folks, we are going to have Youth Saloons. Round number 3 of the Tri-Series, brought to you by the Thbe and Rumours of Eternity. Drivers are aged between 12 and 16 years of age. Leading them out, the colour car painters, Greer Logging Machine. Car 13, Lucy Greer on her outside. The Otapuni Motorsport, just digging NZ car 44 of Kahu Moxham, of course, got his first ever race win at Beachland Speedway last weekend. The series leader, Alex Crosby, is car number 41 from Riverside Speedway. On his outside, can't quite see a number there at the moment. We'll go to car number 97 behind him, which is Clay Marshall. Slowing them right down. Kate Anderson is car number 8. Caleb Marshall, car number 88. Green flag awaits him as they come through. It drops. We go racing. Youth Saloons, brought to you by the Thbe and Rumours of Eternity. Shannon Simon gets off to a flyer in car number 26. But it's Kahu Moxham, the Just Diggin' NZ Honda Civic, down the back straight. Alex Crosby, his Riverside teammate, sticks to the outside of him. Then we go back to the car number 97, which is Clay Marshall, out of Dunedin. Round that big wide, turns 3 and 4 here. Trouble there for car number 88. That's Caleb Marshall. Struggled to get round 3 and 4. May have been a gear selection, not sure. So Moxham on the inside, Crosby the outside. Crosby, a very talented young driver. He was a 3NZ kart racer. Spent a bit of time in Australia being trained by David Serra, a former world kart champion. He also races Formula Fords. And he's a great young youth saloon driver, leads this series. But he's got his hands full at the moment with Kahu Moxham, who's running on some good confidence from that race win last weekend. Marshall doing a good job in third place. That's Clay Marshall in car number 97. Then we go back to Greer and Simon. They're side by side down the back straight. Brooke Soper, car number 8, the custom signed Civic. She's got the 88 of Caleb Marshall on her outside. A lot of smoke now coming out the back of it. Looks like Moxham's car number 44. Car 12 comes through. That's Blake Taylor. Then we go back to Maddie Stewart. Zara Lee Tahuta, Kate Anderson. Leo Bennett out there. 53, Josh Richardson, the Wallistown Motors sponsored car. He's about to go a lap down. Alex Crosby goes to the outside of him. Oh, Moxham, the bonnet's gone up on car 44. He will not be able to see a thing between 3 and 4. Just needs to turn down onto the infield. Hit the brakes hard, Kahu. Hit the brakes. Down the back straight. Alex Crosby with Matt Thomas. Goes down the inside of Thomas. Yellow flag comes out. That's going to be for Moxham. Thought he might have shot a bit further to the infield there, but it has brought the yellow out. First caution for the day. Moxham pulls off to the infield now. So this will bring the field back to Alex Crosby. He's going to have the 97 of Clay Marshall right behind him. Shannon Simon. That'll bring him now up to third place. Car number 26 with Lucy Greer right there as well. But he'll be tough to pin back the Stress-Crete Southland sponsored Honda Integra of Alex Crosby. Massive mix of new drivers and experienced drivers across the field. You've got the big guns up front, the Marshalls, the Crosbys, who've been doing this for a number of years now, but it's great to see some new drivers coming through. The likes of Josh Richardson, the likes of Car 18, Matt Thomas, Kate Anderson, all relatively new to the sport. Anderson, commentators mock her on her. She goes to the infield. So Lucy Greer's moved up to third place. Brooke Soper looks like she's had a little bit of contact on the back bumper of car 8. So Kahu Moxham, he's been given the thumbs up to rejoin this race, albeit from the tail of the field. So we'll watch for Moxham to come through. This is round 3. Pits TV, Rumours of Eternity, Tri-Series. They did a round at Riverside and Invercargill. They did a round at Beachlands and Dunedin. This is the final round right here at the Heavy Trax Hire Central Motor Speedway. So in fact, Moxham has gone back to the infield. Kate Anderson cranks car 8 though, the powder line car. She's going to rejoin the field this year. She's been parked up too long. She's waiting for some form of instruction there. The hands are moving. And it's going to be Alex Crosby, car 41. Got off to a flyer at the start of this one here. Took the lead from Kahu Moxham. He's got Clay Marshall right behind him. So the restart. Watch for Shannon Simon. Second generation racer trying to find a way around the outside of Lucy Greer. She's been impressive in this one here. She's defended well. Brooke Soper's right there. Car number 88, Caleb Marshall, not too far off the pace of this one as well, as is Blake Taylor. But Alex Crosby, you can hear these cars valve bouncing as they go past the control tower here at the Heavy Trax Hire Central Motor Speedway. Last lap flag is out. Alex Crosby is going to take this one here out. Heat number 1 for Youth Saloons. Then Marshall in second place. Greer, a good drive by Lucy Greer to hold off Simon in third place. Then we go back to Soper, Marshall, Taylor. But a near perfect drive for the Stress-Crete Southland machine of Alex Crosby, car number 41.
I'm Brittany Carpenter, driver of 85 GM, based out of Greymouth. I use wholesale tyres, coloured chrome rims on my car. If you're looking for something unique and different on your car, contact Wholesale Tyres to get these coloured rims. or get a hold of them on Facebook at Wholesale Tyres, or go onto their website, which is www.wholesaletyres.net.nz. See you trackside.
Need coloured chrome rims? Wholesale Tyres. Good rims, better prices, great people.
For the Ainsley Memorial, one to watch out for, the man from Nelson, car 57, young Connor Rangi. Absolute superstar, knows how to throw that machine around this circuit. Looking forward to seeing him in action throughout the afternoon here. Car number 15, the man they call the Gas Man, Steve Duff Jr. He's here from Christchurch. Car number 59, the Arbortech Limited machine of Caleb Bourne, another good, fast young gun in action. Car number 28 is Hayden Johnson, just his first season of racing a sprint car here at the Heavy Trax Hire Central Motor Speedway. 22, the Class Harvest Centre machine of Steve Skulls. 42, Central Southern Excavating sponsored car of Nigel Colvin, the man they call Chester. Another good young driver picked up his first ever War of the Wings race win a month or so ago. The BMAC sheet metal machine from Riverside Speedway, Jacob McIntyre, car number 88. And rounding up this field of sprint cars, Group A versus Group B from Christchurch, the man they call Mean Gene Spooner. He is car number 35. Also car 16, missed him out there, Matt Anderson, Menfee Trucking sponsored car. He leads him around, looks like he will start from grid position 1. Johnson on his outside. Then we go back to Rangi and Colvin. Watch for car 57 at the start of this one. Then Bourne and Skulls, Spooner and Duff, and McIntyre from the tail of the field. Stunning afternoon here in Cromwell. Some good cloud cover out there at the moment. It was about 24 degrees when I got here at 2 o'clock this afternoon. Would have heated up after that. Beautiful day. Maximum capacity, of course, under the red light COVID conditions. Would have been great to have a full venue to celebrate Daryl Ainsley. But of course, if you're not here and sitting at home in the comfort of your armchair, hope you're enjoying it. This is race 1 of the afternoon for sprint cars. It's Anderson and Johnson from the front row of the grid. Colvin gets a nice jump from the outside. Connor Rangi up to second place. Bourne got through there as well, so a big jump from row number 2. But out in front, it's Anderson. The Penrite sponsored car comes through to tick off lap number 1 of 12. But he's being chased hard by Connor Rangi of Nelson. Then we go back to Colvin, Bourne, Johnson, the gas man. Duff Jr. has a look down the inside of Johnson. Can't quite get it done. Then we go back to Spooner, McIntyre and Scholes. So Connor Rangi, a car length between him and Anderson at the moment. Anderson sits about mid-track. Rangi having a wee look on the inside. Can't get it done. The heavy diesel machine trying to chase down Anderson early in this one here. Those two drivers really starting to pull away from the pack. Colvin in third place. He's being chased by Bourne in car 59. So Connor Rangi losing ground at the moment from Anderson. The gap before was only a car length. You could make it 2 or 3 car lengths at the moment. Steve Scholes down the back straight. He's at the tail of this field. He'll have the leaders right on his back push bar before you know it. Through comes Anderson. Look at Rangi having a big sniff on the inside. The invite that he needed. McIntyre with a big lunge at the tail of the field down the inside of Johnson. He's now trying to chase down Mean Gene Spooner. So Scholes comes through. Here comes Rangi on the inside of Anderson. Can he get a run between 1 and 2? Anderson should get a good drive on the outside. Manages to do so. They're side by side. Rangi got the nose in front just enough to keep him interested. Round they come. It's still Scholes between the leaders. Oh, Rangi right through the middle. Threads the needle between the lapped car and Anderson, who was leading. Anderson then gets caught up behind Scholes. So it's Rangi now who's out in front. A patient drive from the car 57 out of Nelson as he heads off down the back straight. Almost a straight length lead here at the Heavy Trax Hire Central Motor Speedway. Anderson in second place. Colvin doing a good job in third. He's managed to hold off Bourne so far in this one. Then we go back to the gas man, Steve Duff Jr. Then it's Spooner, McIntyre, Johnson. White flag out though for Connor Rangi, your race leader. He heads off down the back straight one last time in heat number 1 for sprint cars here at the Heavy Trax Hire Central Motor Speedway. And he takes the black-white checker. Connor Rangi from Nelson in second place. We go back to Anderson. And Bourne manages to get the job done. Up to third, so well done him. Then Colvin. Then we go back to Duff, McIntyre. But a good solid race win first up for the young bloke from Nelson, Connor Rangi. Car number 57. Can't wait to see the sprint car 20-lap feature final under lights here tonight. All part of the Daryl Ainsley Memorial.
Hi, Malcolm Nardo from Suck It Up. We specialise in hydro excavation in the Canterbury region, safe big methods around services. Also we do septic tank cleaning, drain cleaning, CCTV over your pipes. If you want an excellent service, please check us out on Facebook.
Suck It Up Limited, 740 Marston Road, Christchurch. Call them 24 hours a day on 027 588 8809.
Whole stack of action, and it's great to see stock cars alive and well in the southern part of the South Island. Wasn't too many around for a while, but a lot of the drivers really put a lot of time and effort into getting this grade up and running, so well done. Great to see so many cars out on track. Leading them out, Liam Osborne, car number 23. Behind him, 655, Stephen Thompson, a fellow commentator. Grabbed a street stock, did that for a couple of meetings, decided to grab a stock car and do that. So that's the Gordon Road Vehicle Services machine. Stephen Thompson, very, very good driver as well. Did karting for a number of years, but great to see a fellow commentator behind the wheel of a machine here at Central Motor Speedway. Billy Greer is car 17, Harry Greer car 33 from Dunedin. Brian Tunifar, car number 98 from Central Motor Speedway. Cameron Reedy is car 8 from Riverside Speedway. Adam Neighbour, he's in car number 99, part of the Otapuni Motorsport team. Car number 84 is Mark Taylor from Dunedin. From Sly Fox Racing, Shane McDonald from Central Motor Speedway. Car number 89, Bradley McKee. That car is for sale if you want to get yourself into some stock car racing. So front row of the grid, Stephen Thompson, the Gordon Road mechanic, also sponsored by iPaint as well. Give them a bit of a plug. Blair and the team there if you want your house painted in the Otago region. Blair Finley and the team at iPaint, they're the boys to hit up there. It's a whole Greer second row. 17, of course, Billy, 33, Harry. Brian Tunifar, one of my favourite drivers to watch, car number 98. I tell you what, when Brian puts a hit on you, you stay hit. One of the big hitters in the game, of course, done a lot of North Island racing. Mark Taylor will start alongside him, another big hitter. Looking forward to this one, folks. Heat number 1, stock cars for the Darrell Ainsley Memorial here at the Heavy Trax Hire Central Motor Speedway in sunny Cromwell. Stephen Thompson on debut here in a stock car. Set to go, gets on the loud pedal. Look at Taylor. Taylor off to a flyer mid-pack. Gives Greer the big push in car number 33. In fact, I think it was a big enough push to get him past Thompson. Bit of congestion as they go round 2. McKee and Tunifar into the wall there. Peter Knight not wasting any time whatsoever in car number 7. They're all putting a hit on Greer, car number 17. Billy Greer, that is. So Cameron Reedy spun around there. McKee there as well. So this may well bring out the red light. I'd imagine it would. 3 cars parked up at the entry to turn 3. There's a mad scramble down there. Greer in car number 17. He's a innocent bystander just watching these cars go by at the moment. So out in front, it is car number 33. Greer's still parked up. So's Cameron Reedy. Thought we may have seen a red by now, but no, still nothing. In fact, there it goes right now. Car 17. Got a bit of attention on the back straight. So they'll just check on Greer, move him to the infield. Of course, he got plenty of attention from McKee, Peter Knight and Cameron Reedy. McKee's parked up on the infield, car number 23. Liam Osborne looks like he's another one of the early casualties in race number 1 for stock cars here at the Darrell Ainsley Memorial. Civil construction safety crew just going around checking on the drivers. They're checking on Cameron Reedy as well. Of course, he was parked up for some time down there with Greer. Billy Greer goes to the infield, but it's his brother Harry Greer who leads in car number 33 with Taylor on his outside. Then we go back to the 99 of Shane McDonald, back from injury. He sits in third place. Behind him we see Thompson. Then we go back to Simon, Casey McEwen, Peter Knight, Adam Neighbour, Brian Taniwha, David Wheeler, Bailey Mowat. Then the 26 of Cheryl Walker. So round the big wide sweeping 3 and 4. It is still the Greer Logger machine. Car number 33 of Harry Greer, who leads this one here. McDonald looking for a way down the inside of Taylor. Couldn't quite unsettle him between 1 and 2. So your 3 front runners. Here comes McDonald now right down the inside. Looks on the inside of Taylor. Greer still holds the lead in this one. Down to the tight 1 and 2. McDonald with a big look down the inside once more, but Taylor should get quite a good run from up high. Cameron Reddy goes to the infield. Paul Simon now, he's joined the party as well. He gets into the back of McDonald. Round 3 and 4 once more. No change in those top 3 positions, but Simon is all over the top 3 cars. Casey McEwen, he's right up there now as well. He's moved down the inside of Stephen Thompson. Behind them, Peter Knight. Here's a change for the lead. Taylor manages to come through, but Greer cuts back down low. Greer leads this one here once more. All that'll do is entice Taylor in car number 84. He's had a sniff of the lead, but he's running out of laps. Lap traffic there in the form of Wheeler. Round 3 and 4. Simon's managed to get past McDonald, but McDonald's not going to relinquish. He's sitting there and he's going to put on as much pressure as he can. Simon with a big look down the inside of Taylor. Nothing between your top 4 cars at the moment as they go down the inside of Cheryl Walker. Walker out wide. Taylor gives Greer the big hip and shoulder as they come round 3 and 4. Simon having a look at Greer now, but we have a new race leader. It is Taylor in car 84. He's out wide. Greer comes back through the inside. They're side by side, a drag race down the back straight. But Taylor gets the overlap. One more corner to go. Simon looking racy here as well. The checkered flag is out, but it's going to be Taylor in 84 who gets it. What a drive from Taylor. Greer in second place. Then we go back to Paul Simon and Shane McDonald. Great racing here from the stock cars in heat number 1 for them of the Darrell Ainsley Memorial. Well done, Taylor. He takes it out in car number 84.
It's action for the whole family. With 23 tracks around New Zealand, there is no better way to spend your weekends than at a Speedway New Zealand track.
Here they come to the start-finish line again.
There's something for the whole family. Sprint cars, saloons, stock cars, sidecars, midgets and much, much more. Pack up the family and make a trip to adrenaline-filled, action-packed bashes and crashes that only Speedway can deliver. Visit www.speedway.co.nz to find out the track nearest to you. Speedway, it's our summer thing.
Of course, Malcolm Nartai was meant to be here as well, but unfortunately Malcolm couldn't make it. Issues with his car, a few teething problems, but just on behalf of the Pits TV, a massive thanks to Malcolm for helping them out over the last couple of weeks, trying to get them so they can at least get mobile again and get out and do what they do best. So Malcolm, hope you're sitting at home with a cold one, feet up on the coffee table and enjoying the action. I know you'd much rather be here spitting dirt, but hope you're enjoying the show so far. Dave Manera, car number 88 from Nelson, parked up on the infield, so he won't take the start in this race here. The Civil Construction safety car leads them around, yellow lights still on. And it's going to be Soper in car number 8. That Daryl Ainsley tribute on his car looks absolutely on point. Elliott on his inside. Of course, last time that Soper came here to Central Motor Speedway, he held the lead of the Mag and Turbo Super Cup, and he had an absolute mare here at Central Motor Speedway. Ended up with a lot of damage, ended up visiting the wall a couple of times, so he'll be wanting to make amends tonight. All of these guys, the Daryl Ainsley Memorial means so much to them. Green flag awaits them as they come round 3 and 4. Elliott the inside, Soper the outside. Who's going to get the advantage? Down to 1 and 2. Elliott parks car 27 nicely. Manages to push Soper out slightly wide, but it opened the door for the stealth machine of Mark Osborne. Car 16 out of Christchurch. Chasing down Elliott, has a big look down the inside at 1 and 2. Soper in third. Bolton, who's been in pretty hot form recently, he's up to 4th place, being chased by Richie Taylor and that George chassis. Then we go back to Grant Malloy and Alistair Lister at the tail of the field in the Mustang. So Elliott stretches the legs down the back straight into 3 and 4. Mark Osborne trying to chase him down. But Elliott really starting to get into a rhythm at the moment in that Gen 5 Hypermac. Soper looks a little bit bouncy between 1 and 2, but he comes out of 2 nicely. He's starting to come under pressure from Bolton. Bolton under pressure of his own by Taylor. Then we go to Malloy and Lister. 10 laps of action here. Heat number 1 for the Super Saloons. Back of Mark Osborne's car, but smoky at the moment. We'll keep an eye on that as the race goes on. Doesn't seem to be affecting him too much at the moment. Trevor Elliott, high and wide. Osborne closes a gap. He shoots right down underneath between 3 and 4. This side by side, beautiful sight here as they come past the control tower at Central Motor Speedway. There's a challenge for the lead. Osborne throws it wide. Elliott has another look down the inside. Osborne's car looking very, very bouncy. Oh, Elliott goes around. Soper just misses and Bolton goes through. Elliott manages to loop it and get back on track. Joins the field just in front of Alistair Lister. So Mark Osborne, the big 4-bar stealth, leads this one here now. Soper in second. Then we go back to Ricky Bolton in the Pro X. Then Richie Taylor. Grant Malloy from Riverside. Then it's Elliott and Lister. White flag should come out this time around. It does for Mark Osborne. 3-time New Zealand Super Saloon champion. Down to that tight 1 and 2. Soper in second. It's going to be a first up race win for the man from Christchurch. Mark Osborne takes it out. A solid second to Soper. Ahead of Bolton, Taylor, Malloy, Elliott and Lister. That is race number 1 for Super Saloons here at the Heavy Trax Hire. Central Motor Speedway. One race to go to complete round number 1 of action here, where we will see Production Saloons on track for their first race of the evening.
If you're planning on jumping into a new vehicle, talk to the good sports at Stadium Finance. Whether you're looking to buy privately or through a dealer, they can help you out, and with better rates. So race online to stadiumfinance.co.nz for faster finance at better rates.
Dunedin and Invercargill to join their mates from Central Motor Speedway. Car number 99 from Central Motor Speedway making a return to action, the man they call Rolly, Daniel Rolton. He's been out of the seat now for over a season, so he's a nervous lad. He drew number 1, so it'll be interesting to see how Rolly shapes up in car number 99. On his outside, James Wood, car number 804. 86 is Brad McTaggart on his outside. We see Chris Bailey, the BMW, car number 92. Stephen Clements from Riverside, car number 25. He's got his good mate on his outside, Stephen Socks Nicholas, car number 51. New Zealand champion Matt Sherlock, car 1, starts behind Clements with Brian Wilson, car 7 from Dunedin on his outside. Car 14 is Tim Jobson from Central Motor Speedway. 97, Sam McKenzie. Car number 91 from Christchurch is Alan Bailey. He's got the 3NZ on his outside. Vaughan Fairbairn, what an amazing looking car. Looks like it's just been driven out of the showroom, car number 3, so a lot of time and effort spent on keeping that car looking absolutely pristine, so well done them. 67, David McKenzie from Riverside, his first season of racing. I think it's just his 4th meeting in the wee Peugeot out there. So James Wood, he's had plenty of success in car number 804. He's on the outside, setting the pace in this one with Daniel Rolton. He'll be sweating bullets about now. Car number 99 and his comeback drew grid position 1. Second row, McTaggart and Bailey. Should be a good battle up front. Green flag about to drop. Heat number 1 for Production Saloons here tonight at the Heavy Trax Hire Central Motor Speedway, and he gets off to an absolute flyer, followed by Bailey. Rolton slips down to about 5th spot. Clements goes round the outside of him. So does Stephen Nicholas. So does Matt Sherlock. But out in front it is Wood, who leads this one here. McTaggart in second place. Bailey, the Tyre General Rangi or a BMW, trying to find a way around the outside. Stephen Nicholas trying to attack Bailey down the inside. Can't get the job done. Sherlock now, the national champion, the 1NZ, goes right round the outside of Steve Clements in the Primera from Riverside. Onto the main straight. 3NZ. That's Vaughan Fairbairn. He's side by side with McKenzie. Then we go back to car 21 from Nelson. Ian Clark, who's in a great battle with the second of the Bailey cars. That's Alan Bailey. But it's still James Wood, the Fresh Choice sponsored Primera, with a handy lead in this one here. The battle behind him, though, really starting to heat up. We've got McTaggart in second place. Stephen Nicholas gets a wee bit of a tap from Bailey. Sherlock's waiting to pounce there as well. McKenzie goes to the infield. Through comes Wood for one more lap. Back markers ahead of them in the form of McKenzie, Head and car 7, which is Brian Wilson. So Wilson goes a lap down. James Wood sneaks through. McTaggart on the outside. Then we go back to Nicholas, who's still holding that third spot over Bailey and Sherlock. Then we go back to Fairburn, Clements. Clements coming under fire at the moment from Ian Clark from Nelson. Then Alan Bailey, Aaron Brooklyn. So Laura Heads goes down a lap. So does Dave McKenzie in the Peugeot, car 67. Down the back straight into turn 3 and 4. The white flag will greet James Wood this time around. Daniel Rolton just comes through at the moment. Wee bit smoky, the back of the Subaru. Through comes McTaggart, Nicholas, Bailey, Sherlock and Fairburn. It's been a great race for the minor results in this one here. But no doubt about who your race winner is going to be. He hits turn number 4 right now. It's the 804 of James Wood from Central Motor Speedway. Takes this one here out, followed by McTaggart and Stephen Nicholas from Central Motor Speedway. Very, very close between Sherlock, Bailey and Fairburn, all from Christchurch. But James Wood, the fresh choice, Primera, takes out race number 1 for Production Saloons here tonight at the Heavy Trax Hire, Central Motor Speedway. Enjoyed the action so far, folks, whether you're here in attendance. Beautiful sunny afternoon. Tell you what, folks, how hot it is. I just got one of my club sandwiches out of my bag and the cheese was melted. That's how hot it is here at Central Motor Speedway. If you're at home, I hope you're enjoying it. Great to have Jace and the team from Pits TV here, sending out the Ainsley Memorial all around the world. Green flag drops, we're set, ready to go. It's Gordon on the inside. Evans on the outside. Evans heads him into turn 1 and 2. Marshall has a big look down the inside of Gordon, manages to get the job done. Marshall's first season of Speedway. He's done some good things in his short Speedway career so far. He come from a rally background. He's in second place at the moment. The ATL machine of Peter Keith from Christchurch challenging for that third spot. Then we go back to Allison, the Flintstones Masonry sponsored car. A lot of smoke coming out of the back of Marshall and car number 95. Simmons is right there as well, so Shearing. Smith putting pressure on the inside of Shearing though. He manages to get the job done, almost takes the spot. Oh, Simmons gets a bit sideways coming out of 2. Manages to straighten up. There was a big queue of traffic right in behind him if he had have gone around. But the man out in front, he's been the man to beat here the last couple of seasons at Central Motor Speedway. It's car number 41, Adam Evans, stretches the legs down the back straight. Marshall still holding on to that second spot, just ahead of Gordon. Then we go back to Keith. Brian Allison trying to have a bit of a sniff down the inside of Keith, putting all sorts of pressure on him. Then we go back to Smith, Simmons, Shearing, Cracknell, Jemmett. One more lap ticked off though by Evans. There's some great battles happening further down the track. Ben Smart, Andrew Maker and Chris Jemmett really going for it here. Maker finds a way around the outside of Cracknell. Picks up 2 spots because he got past Jemmett as well. But a massive lead at the moment for Evans. Goes around 3 and 4. He's into a rhythm now. He knows that he's in full control, but the battle for second, third, still undecided at this stage. Marshall holding second. That car of his still smoking away. He's got Gordon right behind him. She's a great young peddler. Cut her teeth in Youth Saloons. Very competitive six-shooter driver. Peter Keith thought about having a look on the inside, but he's also got to defend because Allison's right there as well. There is one more lap to run here at Central Motor Speedway. Heat number 2 for six shooters. And it's almost a half a track length at the moment. That's the lead that Evans has got over the pack. He comes into 3 and 4. He'll see the checkered flag when he comes on through. And he takes out heat number 2 here. Second place will go to Marshall. Well driven from him. And he's got Gordon, who's stuck right with him that whole race. Coming home in third place. Ahead of Keith, Allison, Simmons, Shearing and Marker. That is how they finish here. Race number 2 for six shooters at the Heavy Trax Hire Central Motor Speedway.
Anderton Decorators are a long-established Canterbury company covering the whole of the South Island who love to support their local community. If you require expert advice from design to application, then Shane has the expert team to ensure your next project is hassle-free with a professional finish. Floor to ceilings, walls to roof, inside, outside, commercial or residential. Let our team take the hassle out of your decorating. Give us a call now on 027 Painting. That's 027 724 6846. Anderton Decorators, we have you covered.
Two groups of youth Ministocks. Top 10 will have a 6-lap race a little bit later on. Should be a good battle, that one there. Green flag drops in the sunshine here at the Heavy Trax Hire Central Motor Speedway. A nice move by Zach Phillips. He moved across and got himself up into that second spot side by side with Brodie McDonald. McDonald out wide. Phillips gets a big fishtail going out of 2 and drops back to 3rd. But out in front, Clay Dawson, car number 4, off to an absolute flyer. Can McDonald chase him down? He's putting all sorts of pressure on him early in this one. Right on that back bumper as they go down to 1 and 2. Headley wasting no time whatsoever either. He's come from the back of the pack. He's up to 4th place already, so a good drive by George Headley. He's chasing down Zach Phillips for 3rd at the moment. But side by side, your leaders come past the control tower. Clay Dawson just ahead of Brogues McDonald. Car number 99, McDonald with a big move on the inside. Can he cover Dawson on the outside? He does. So a great move by McDonald. Headley went around the outside of Phillips, but Phillips, he's not going to relinquish that 3rd placing easy. Gets a little bit loose in 3 and 4. Manages to hand that 3rd placing over to Headley. So it's McDonald, Dawson, Headley, Phillips, Craig, Harrington, Evans, Jeffcoat, Cooper Arknell, and Peterson. Peterson at the tail of the field in this one here. So McDonald now head down focused, and he's driving away from the pack. Around 3 and 4. Through he comes past the control tower, down to that tight turn 1 and 2, a very unique track shape here at the Heavy Trax Hire Central Motor Speedway. Half a straight length is the lead at the moment. McDonald comes on through. Then there's Dawson. Standout drive from George Headley. He came from the tail of the field, and he's starting to get the man Clay Dawson in second place in his sights. Harrington, he's looking racy in this one here as well. He's starting to chase down Zach Phillips. That's for fourth place. White flag comes out, one more to go for Brodie McDonald. Harrington looking for a way round the outside of Phillips. He won't get it done, but down the back straight for one last time. Brodie McDonald from Sly Fox Racing. Car number 99. He's going to take this one here out. He had to work for it, but a well-deserved win. Car number 99, Brodie McDonald takes it out. Clay Dawson settles for second, ahead of George Headley. Car number 7 and third. Then Harrington got the job done. Oh, Zach Phillips, but untidy past the control line here. Good drive also by Craig and Jeffcoat. But that is heat number 2 of the afternoon for Group B of Youth Ministocks. Done and dusted. Group A are on the dummy grid. They'll be out on track next. All part of the Daryl Ainsley Memorial. New car for him this season, Stealth chassis. Picked up a race win in it earlier in the season. He's got Jackson Hudos on his outside. We then go back to Bailey Craig, who's alongside Ashton Gable in 88. Race 1 winner Ben McSweeney lines up alongside Paige McEwen. Mia Somerville's alongside Colvin, and at the tail of the field, Thomas Scott. Green flag drops. Prattley's off to a flyer, down to turns 1 and 2. But look at Ainsley. He stayed right on that pole line, backed himself to get round there and get some drive out of 2. Ashton Gable with a big move now down the inside. This is a challenge for the lead early in this one here. Ashton Gable. Colvin went around, managed to get back on track. But Ashton Gable, the boy they call Smash, he's taken an early lead, but watch for McSweeney, who's right on the outside now in car number 97. The Dayglow orange and black machine finds a way past Prattley. He's side by side with Ainsley. Ashton Gable leads him through 3 and 4. McSweeney's got a good drive out of 3 and 4. Goes side by side with Ashton Gable. Gable now, he'll defend through 1 and 2. McSweeney though, good racecraft, shoots to the inside, manages to get a run out of 2, and he's taken over the race lead. Ainsley trying to find a way through there now as well. Gable still clinging on to that second place at the moment. He got off to a flying start. So it's McSweeney, Gable, Ainsley. Then we go back to car 10, Jackson Hudos. He's in 4th place. Then Craig, Prattley, Dicey, Somerville, McEwen, Scott, and Colvin at the tail of the field. Through comes McSweeney, car number 97. Starting to really clear off from the field now. Ainsley trying to find a way round the outside of Ashton Gable. Smart driving by Gable. He's in defence mode at the moment. He's got car 88 just parked mid-track. Everywhere Ainsley wants to go, Ashton Gable just happens to be there. Hudos now tries to find a way down the inside of both of them. Slight contact between him and Ainsley, but nothing in it. The 415 of Bailey Craig joins the battle now as well, up the inside of Ainsley. Ashton Gable driven so well so far to keep these cars from passing him, but out in front it is still Ben McSweeney, the young bloke from Christchurch, who leads this one here. Gable in second, Hudos in third. Then we go back to Ainsley. Ainsley trying to find a way down the inside of car 10, while Craig's on the outside. Through 3 and 4 we go. The white flag is out. McSweeney's cleared off, but a real battle happening for the Miners at the moment. Craig with a big move around the outside. That's Bailey Craig. Moves up to second place. Ashton Gable went from second down to fifth. Ainsley now round the outside of Hoodus, but it's going to be a race win for car 97, the second of the night. Who's it going to be in second place, side by side? Craig and Ainsley. I think Craig's got it. A close finish, but well driven. Bailey Craig, second place. Trent Ainsley in third. Hudos in fourth. Then we go back to Gable, who drove so well. Then Prattley, Dicey, and Somerville. But well done, 2 from 2 for car 97. Ben McSweeney out of Christchurch makes it 2 from 2 and banks some good points for his team here at the Darrell Ainsley Memorial at the Heavy Trax Hire Central Motor Speedway.
The St. Nicholas is a familiar sight around Bluff as she steams out to capture Can-Do Fishing's famous Bluff Kinner. Once caught, the Kinner is brought back to the purpose-built factory in Bluff where it is processed, packed and shipped fresh to you. But that's not all that Can-Do Fishing can do for you. Try some of their green-boned fish or delicious power products and you will soon see why seafood from the Bluff is world famous. So head to your local fish market or supermarket and ask for Can-Do Fishing Kinner, fish or power. Can-Do Fishing, there's nothing we can't do for you.
Shane Greer from Dunedin. He's alongside Dan Black, your race 1 winner in the 112. The Flying Scotsman is Stu Miller in car 10. Car 5, Jamie Black out of Riverside, the mellow yellow Camaro. On his outside, car number 24, Darren McLeod, Custom Homes, Tirana, and right at the tail of the field, Gary Woods, car number 19 from Central Motor Speedway, the Monaro. So the civil construction safety car goes to the infield. Andrews and McIntyre lead round the field. McIntyre on the outside, a brand new car for Scott Williamson this season. Shane McIntyre just doing some fine tuning to it over the weekend here at Central Motor Speedway. He sets the pace as the green flag drops. It's the SW Finance Corvette. He goes in there almost, puts it around. Williamson up to second place. Gold in third as Andrews falls down to fourth. George Phillips parks the 2NZ high and wide. He's trying to find a way past Jason Gold at the moment. Osborne's right in this one as well. A good start by car number 24, Darren McLeod. He's picked himself up a few spots in this one here as well. He's got past Greer, Black and Burgess. Onto the main straight, Shane McIntyre in car 22. Being chased by Graham Williamson in the 21. George Phillips right round the outside of Gold. Then Ashton Osborne, Aaron Andrews. McLeod, he's absolutely flying at the moment in car 24. He's come from the back of the field to be sitting mid-pack early in this one. Oh, Dan Black all crossed up as he come past the control tower there. He was beside Phil Burgess. He needs to calm down, get himself into a rhythm and move himself up the field. So out in front now, it's Graham Williamson in car number 21. McIntyre in second. Ashton Osborne's moved up to that third spot. He's managed to sneak past the 2NZ of George Phillips. Jamie Black's about to come under pressure now with these leaders. A very, very angry front pack looking to get around him. Williamson goes right down the inside. That car of Black's really sledging around 1 and 2. Through comes Williamson once more. George Phillips, a rare spoiler of that Hypermac Corvette, almost touching the wall coming out of 3 and 4. Here comes Ashton Osborne. The young bloke right round the outside of Shane McIntyre. Stealth on Hypermac there. And it's the stealth that goes around, but can he chase down Graham Williamson, who's got a handy lead at the moment? Oh, around goes Phillips. A very, very rare mistake for the 2NZ as he goes around. That allows Andrews through, as well as Dan Black. So Ashton Osborne, oh, he goes into the wall. Big contact for Ashton Osborne in the 161. Manages to keep on going, doesn't lose a spot. The white flag comes out just in time for Graham Williamson. Ashton Osborne. Oh, Williamson comes to a standstill because we've got a car parked up, which is Woods. They'll have to correct that there. Williamson will go back to the front of this one there. Didn't even see Woods parked up there either to Graham Williamson, obviously. I wondered why Williamson was almost coming to a standstill. I thought something mechanical had happened, but Graham Williamson, bet the eyeballs opened up and something else puckered up when he come round that corner. Gary Woods, 1 lap to go. Williamson almost straight into the side of him. So they'll have to address that. They'll roll that back 1 lap. They've done so. Graham Williamson goes back to the front of the grid. Ashton Osborne in second. Shane McIntyre. Jason Gold. Aaron Andrews. Dan Black. So Dan Black's managed to get himself up to 6th place after a bit of a shaky start. So this will be good points for the 112. George Phillips behind him. Then Phil Burgess. Darren McLeod. Shane Greer, Stu Miller, Jamie Black, and Gary Woods at the tail of the field. So Ashton Osborne gives him a chance to hit the reset button. He made decent contact with the wall a couple of laps ago as well, so a chance for him just to measure up Williamson in front. Should go green this time around. This should be a hell of a battle, those top cars. Green flag drops, we go racing. McIntyre with a big look on the inside of Ashton Osborne. Osborne on the outside, can he clear Williamson? Williamson's come to a standstill again. In fact, the yellow lights have come on. Williamson pulled up. Almost a concertina effect behind him. Dan Black had moved well up the order. Yellows were on, but yeah, Williamson, as I say, almost come to a stop. Very, very lucky not to get hit in the back, but you can see that there's going to be plenty of excitement when they hit turn number 1 and 2, because McIntyre's not messing around either. Issues for Darren McLeod. The Custom Homes Tirana parks up on the main straight. He's wanting the attention of the clerk of the course, I would imagine. Arms are moving. He's wanting some love from someone, so the civil construction safety car will come over now. Check in with Darren McLeod. These guys up front, they just want to get on with it. McIntyre made a massive move down the inside of Ashton Osborne at that restart. So lights still flashing at the moment. Thought we might have got a restart this time around. They'll go one more. Williamson, Osborne, McIntyre, Gold, Andrews, Black, Phillips, Burgess, McLeod, Greer, Miller, Woods and Jamie Black. This time around we will get a restart. The man from Riverside, Graham Williamson, heads the bunch. McIntyre once again with the door wide open, shoots down the inside. Ashton Osborne, he favours himself up high and wide. Goes up there, can he get a run out of turn 2? Chases Williamson, can he dive underneath? White flag will come out this time around for Graham Williamson. Osborne on the inside, Williamson the outside. Can Osborne tuck the nose down? He can. There's a change for the lead in this one. It'll be a drag race down the back straight. Ashton Osborne and Graham Williamson. Williamson has one more look, but Ashton Osborne, the young bloke out of Christchurch, is going to take this one here at the death. Ashton Osborne takes it out in the 161. Graham Williamson in second, Shane McIntyre. He'll settle for third place. No idea who was fourth or fifth, folks, because I was too busy with my eyes fixated on that battle up front. Ashton Osborne, his first year racing with the big boys, and he was patient those last 2 laps. He went high looking for Williamson to defend. Williamson did, then he shot down low and he got the run into 3 and 4. And he took the checkered flag. Well done, Ashton Osborne. A race 2 winner here for Saloons at Central Motor Speedway. Crosby, car number 41, Kate Anderson on his outside. Car 12 is Blake Taylor. Clay Marshall, 97, Caleb Marshall, car number 88. Green flag drops, Zara Lee Tahuta gets off to a flyer. The Tahuta sharing. Honda Integra leads him down to turn 1 and 2, but Brooke Soper gets a good run on the outside. The custom signs, car 8. Stretches the legs. Here comes Shannon Simon, trying to find a way through. Kahu Moxham boxed in there just behind Thomas. Little bit of contact there. Thomas and Moxham made contact, and that sent him down onto Caleb Marshall. So Brooke Soper, Simon right in behind her, trying to chase down the leader. Alex Crosby trying to find a way through the pack now as well. He's got Moxham and Maddie Stewart right up in front of him, trying to find a way through. Brooke Soper doing a great job. She's gone a little bit high and wide. Shannon Simon, smart racecraft as he sticks the nose down the inside, but Soper comes back. Well driven Brooke. But Simon's got the favoured line between turns 3 and 4. Car goes round that Zara Lee Tahuta. The yellow's out, and also the yellow out for what looks to be Matt Thomas, car number 18. So it will be a restart. This will be exactly what Alex Crosby was hoping for. Gives him a chance to get Linus Stern. So green flag about to drop. Brooke Soper, car 8, but Simon's wasting no time at all, getting on the loud pedal, and he's going to go right down the inside between 1 and 2. Can he hold it there? Thought Soper might have had a look at the undercut, but no, she sat on the outside. In third place, Caleb Marshall. Then we go back to Tahura. Moxham. Alex Crosby trying to find a way down the inside of Matty Stewart. They're side by side. He's the series leader at the moment. But down the back straight as the sun goes behind the clouds. Once more, it's Shannon Simon with a handy lead. Brooke Soper, she's been a standout in this one here. She's now battling with Marshall in car number 88. Alex Crosby's just leapfrogged about 3 cars in the last lap. He's now up to 4th place, car number 41. He's an absolute talent. Moxham in 5th. Then we go back to Tahura. Lucy Greer looking racy in the late stages of this one here. She's in a battle with Maddie Stewart. Caleb Marshall's on the outside, but that's Clay Marshall, the 97, and Blake Taylor's right there as well. But out in front with no one touching him whatsoever is Shannon Simon. Through he comes, ticks off one more lap. He's got old 3-wheel up in front of him. That's Josh Richardson in the wee Starlet. New car in the pipeline for young Richardson too, rumour has it. So Simon now, through he comes, the white flag this time around for Shannon Simon. Brooke Soper. Then we go back to Caleb Marshall. Alex Crosby not far off the pace. He's going to sneak through to 3rd place now, so Crosby now up to 3rd place. Checkered flag though, will greet car number 26. Shannon Simon takes it out. 2nd place, a great drive by Brooke Soper, and Alex Crosby from the tail of the field manages to get himself up to 3rd spot overall. A great drive from him as well. Good tidy stuff for the Youth Saloons. That is their 2nd race of the afternoon here at the Ainsley Memorial at the Heavy Trax Hire Central Motor Speedway.
Hi, welcome to X Factor Cars, Southland's multi-award-winning pre-owned dealership. Stockists of classic collectibles, V8s, family vehicles, trade vehicles, and everything in between. Thinking American or Aussie muscle, family vehicle or custom? Think X Factor Cars.
Rayborn in 95. 16, Matt Anderson. Slam and Sam O'Callaghan at the tail of the field. Civil Construction. Pace car goes to the infield. The lights are out. We're about set for a race start. The 2nd heat for sprint cars here tonight at the Ainsley Memorial at the Heavy Trax Hire Central Motor Speedway. Spooner the outside. Harcourt the inside. They head down to 1 and 2. Chuck it inside, or Jaden Dodge all crossed up there, made an absolute dog's breakfast of that one there. Rayborn goes to the infield. So Harcourt leads this one. Jaden Dodge in 2nd place. Then we go back to Caleb Bourne, Gene Spooner, Connor Rangi, and Stephen Taylor. Taylor right round the outside. In fact, he looked like he was going to go right round the outside, but well defended there by Spooner. Heads to the inside this time, so he's picked up a spot. He's up to 4th. Jaden Dodge goes around and backs it into the wall. Taylor goes around, front wheels in the air. Very, very lucky not to be collected by Anderson. So Jaden Dodge, he looked at the wobbles in turn number 1 of lap 1. He came unstuck. Connor Rangi very, very lucky not to sideswipe Jaden Dodge as well. So Jaden Dodge spins on lap 2. Go back to a restart. Taylor was coming in there pretty rapid as well, so he had to take drastic action to get himself out of the way. Amazing the pace that these cars travel at. The lightning fast reflexes these drivers have to be able to pull them up. So Jaden Dodge, a trade-in post, car 7 from Central Motor Speedway. Looks like he may well be asking for a restart. He's been the big winner in this one here. He's managed to come up the grid quite considerably. He's right behind Oscar Harcourt. Christchurch club mates Gene Spooner there as well. Then we go back to Taylor. Green flag being held high as they come around 3 and 4. We go racing once more. Harcourt, the value cars, car 7 leads them into 1 and 2. Goes out high and wide, heads on down the back straight, Bourne in second. Here comes Taylor, the man from Nelson that we told you to keep an eye on. He's an absolute talent. Then car number 12, he's up to third place. Connor Rangi's trying to find a way through. Very, very dusty under the sunshine here at Central Motor Speedway. Connor Rangi round the outside of Spooner. Jaden Dodge has wasted no time. Oh, Spooner. His car's decided to blow a big cloud of white smoke all over the show. He'll go to the infield. In fact, Fedu Taiwa went right into the back of Spooner. Managed to get away again. See a race order at the moment. Oscar Harcourt leads this one here. Caleb Bourne in second place. Then we go back to Taylor, who's being chased hard by his Nelson club mate Connor Rangi. Then it's back to Anderson and Jaden Dodge. So the yellows have come on. It may well be for the light. I'm not sure. I cannot see a whole lot, to be honest, from the commentary box. Just a big bright yellow glary thing in the sky there, and a few cars as they come past the control tower. That's about all I can see from here at the moment. The sun really wreaking havoc behind the cloud. We just need for it to drop down behind the mountain would be ideal, and the lights could come into full effect and we could go back racing. So I would imagine that is what this stoppage has been for. Oscar Harcourt was off to an absolute flyer. So it looks like they're bringing out the checkered flag. They may well call this one with Harcourt the winner. Caleb Bourne in second place, and car 9 Stephen Taylor home in third. So that is heat 2. 4 sprint cars called early. As I say, folks, not official, but I'd imagine that is what it is for. That bit of sunstrike that's happened there at the moment. So they've called that one there a result. We'll be back on track in just a moment with the second heat of the evening for stock cars, not as affected by the sunlight, so we'll hopefully get them underway. Hope you're enjoying your evening's entertainment, folks, here at the Heavy Trax Hire, Central Motor Speedway. Paul Davies on the stand tonight, doing a mighty fine job as he does. Clerk of the course just making sure that everybody is nose to tail. Lights have just come on, bit of a breeze coming up now. But visibility 100 times better than it was 5 minutes ago. So Civil Construction Safety Car heads to the infield. Race number 2, Darrell Ainsley Memorial for stock cars, about to get underway. Neighbour on the front row of the grid as the green flag drops. He's got Paul Simon all over the back of him. Watch for Casey McEwen. The I-Sign sponsored car 16 to make a move early. Slow off the line was David Wheeler. The 252 from Riverside parks up, trying to get that thing fired up. He's going to be joined by a whole stack of cars coming round here. I suggest he puts his arms back in the window. The red light has come on for the car parked up, the 252 of David Wheeler. Couldn't get it off the line, really trying to get it fired up. Went nowhere. So they'll take him to the infield. Green flag drops on Casey McEwen, the man from Central Motor Speedway. Takes over the lead of race 2. Paul Simon, car number 77, slips up to that second place. Adam Neighbour behind him. Brian Taniwha sends him out to the wall. Peter Knight tries to put a hit on Stephen Thompson. Comes off a little worse for wear himself. He's got Mowat behind him. Then we go back to Greer, car number 33. That's Harry Greer. McEwen comfortably out in front. Paul Simon holding second place. Big contact in the wall there with Adam Neighbour, car number 99 from Riverside. Taylor, your race 1 winner, trying to find a way through. Thompson goes around courtesy of Bailey Mowat. He spins. Brian Taniwha now looking for a way down the outside of Paul Simon. He manages to get the job done. But has he got enough in the tank to chase down his club mate, Casey McEwen from Central Motor Speedway? On the main straight, into 1 and 2. They're sitting right out high and wide on that wall. Cutting down nicely. So your race order, McEwen, Taniwha and Simon. That's your top 3 at the moment here in race 2. Adam Neighbour gets back on track in car number 99. Fairly widespread at the moment. Taniwha starts to pull away from Simon. Just up in front of Casey McEwen. The Gordon Road mechanical machine of Stephen Thompson. Of course, he was the commentator at Beachland Speedway. Great to see him behind the wheel of that machine. Good peddler in many forms of motorsport. So Taniwha looks to be edging into that lead at the moment that Casey McEwen's got. Really starting to pull him in. Car number 98. They'll team up next weekend as the Central Coyotes when they head off to Beachlands for some teams racing. But tonight, it's every man for themselves. Brian Taniwha in second place, trying to chase down Casey McEwen in car 16. Simon comfortably in third place, car 77 from Dunedin. Then we go back to Taylor. The 33 of Harry Greer, Shane McDonald. White flag looks like it's going to be presented this time around for Casey McEwen. Taniwha's right there, he's on the back bumper. One more lap to go. Can Brian Taniwha make a move on McEwen? He does cleanly, sneaks right down the inside. McEwen will try and come back at him. Look for the low line between 3 and 4, but he's not going to have enough on him. Right around the outside, it's going to be car number 98, cuts off McEwen, and he takes it out. McEwen in second place, the 77 of Simon in third. Then we go back to Taylor, Greer, McDonald. Well driven, Brian Taniwha, he was well down. Managed to reel in Casey McEwen to take heat number 2. of the Ainsley Memorial here at Central Motor Speedway. Coming up next, folks, heat number 2 for Super Saloons. Manera Malloy from the second row. Green flag awaits them as they come around turns 3 and 4 here at the heavy Trax hire. Central Motor Speedway set to race. Taylor it is, down to turns 1 and 2. Bolton slots into second, Malloy third. Elliott trying to find a way through. Mark Osborne moves past Lister. He's now dealing with Manera. Malloy up high and wide, relinquishes that spot. So Elliott comes through. He's now up to third place. Osborne trying to find a way through in car 16. Car looked very, very bouncy in race 1. Bounces out of turn 2. But looking racy at the moment. Manera goes to the infield. So issue still for car number 88. Richie Taylor in the 58 leads this one here on the back straight. Bolton. Then we go to the 27 of Elliott. Malloy. Then Osborne. Then Lister. So Ricky Bolton, he's going to be in a battle with Elliott. Couple of car lengths between the two of them at the moment. Richie Taylor, that inside front wheel sitting up nicely. When he comes through 3 and 4, you can just see that little bit of daylight when he comes out of 4. That machine absolutely hooked up. We'll watch him this time as he comes around that inside front wheel. Nothing touching the dirt at all. Absolutely hooked up. Elliott up to second place, then Bolton. Malloy's in a great battle at the moment with Mark Osborne. He's not given that position away easily. Past they come one more time. A bit of damage in the side of Richie Taylor's car 58. Certainly not slowing up though. But Elliott, he's driving like a man possessed at the moment. He's really starting to shorten that lead that Richie Taylor had built up in this one here, to the point where he's only a car length away from his Christchurch club mate. So Taylor now, he just moves out slightly wide. Elliott with a big look down the inside. Taylor shuts the door through 3 and 4. Past the control tower, Elliott with a nose just in front. He should have the right line here, but can Taylor duck back underneath? He's having a look. Great racecraft by Taylor as they head down to 3 and 4. Elliott should have the overlap this time around. He does. So Trevor Elliott now leads this one here. Heat number 2 of the Ainsley Memorial at Central Motor Speedway. Mark Osborne, he's getting the job done further down the pack now. He got past Malloy, he got past Bolton, and he's up to third place with one more lap to run. Through comes Elliott, through comes Taylor. Osborne further down the track at the moment. He put himself up a win in race number 1. But this time around it's going to be the Elliott scaffolding machine from Christchurch. The Gen 5 Hypermac of Trevor Elliott takes out race 2 ahead of Richie Taylor, Mark Osborne, Ricky Bolton, Grant Malloy and Alistair Lister. That is race 2 for Super Saloons, done and dusted.
Technical Welding Services Hamilton are specialists in the transit concrete mixer industry. From chassis drop-off to a full working concrete mixing, the team will take care of the job from start to finish. Full engineering services and general sheet metal work can also be undertaken. Need a quote? Call 07 847 2031 or visit our website www.techweld.nz. Technical Welding Services Hamilton, we are the experts.
Just a A reminder once more, folks, you cannot leave the pit area, go into the main area and back again. No one from outside in the pits. Just a friendly reminder. So Production Saloons set to go. The green flag awaits them. Bailey out in front, the 3NZ, an immaculate looking car of Vaughan Fairbairn on the inside. Honda Integra there of Ian Clark from Nelson in third place. Then we go back to Mackenzie, Shane Priestley, McTaggart trying to find a way up the inside. Brooklyn's been boxed in. Hurring trying to sneak down the inside of Brooklyn. So's Clemens, she's in a good spot at the moment. Looks to the inside of Mackenzie. That's going to bring her up to fifth place. High and wide, about 3 cars wide going out of turn 3 and 4. Great sight. Some good driving. Brooklyn just riding the wall down there between 1 and 2, but it sets him up well to get down that back straight. Look at the congestion down there. James Wood almost lost the back bumper on car number 804 as the New Zealand champ Matt Sherlock tries to find a way through. Out in front though, it's your 3NZ Vaughan Fairbairn who leads this one here from Bailey. Then we go back to Clark, Brad McTaggart, Asher Clements, Gavin Hurring, Steve Clements, Shane Priestley. Oh, the leader. Bailey's gone around car 91. That'll bring out the yellow and a restart. It's pretty congested down in the pack here. There's some great racing, great driving going on for the Production Saloons there. Door handle to door handle stuff. Good to see. Nice, clean, tidy racing. Everybody's given themselves a little bit of room and the people around them. But Alan Bailey, it is car number 91. Causing a restart. Mid-race. Vaughan Fairbairn. He leads them around second place at the moment. 21 Ian Clark. Of course, that was where Bailey was sitting before that spin. Rear bumper of James Woods. 804 car hanging off. Can Clark put pressure on the 3NZ Vaughan Fairbairn? He was starting to gap it. Before that, Brad McTaggart, we all knows how quick he is here at his home track, Central Motor Speedway. What's he got left in the tank? He's currently in third. Asher Clements just in behind him, the former 2NZ. Green flag drops. Hurring shoots down the inside of Asher Clements. Steve Clements off to a flyer as well. He sits down nice and low. Fairbairn starts to cruise away. Clark now coming under fire from Brad McTaggart. He likes to stick that car of his right out towards the wall. And he's starting to eye up Fairbairn. Wee bit of contact. James Wood on Asher Clements. That rear bumper really starting to flap around on the back of car 804. Matt Sherlock's managed to weave his way past Steve Nicholas and Brooklyn and now goes round the outside of Clements. Fairbairn comes through past the control tower once more. McTaggart in second, then Clark. Wood trying to get round the outside of Hurring. Matt Sherlock, he'll have a look on the inside of Hurring as they head down the back straight here at Central Motor Speedway. Chops back to the outside. Asher Clements behind them. Steve Clements, Aaron Brooklyn, Stephen Nicholas. And the 92 of Chris Bailey, he's there as well. But out in front here, 3NZ. Vaughan Fairbairn starting to chase down the lap traffic. Brian Wilson, he's about to head down a lap as the white flag comes out. One more to run. It's going to be a real battle for third place. First and second have pretty much sorted themselves out. It's Fairbairn and McTaggart. Wood now, he's in third place. He goes round the outside of Clark, but don't discount Matt Sherlock yet either. He's gone round the outside of Clark. Can he make a move on Wood? It's a race win to Fairbairn. He takes it out. The 3NZ. McTaggart solid in second. And the 804 of James Wood will come home in third place, just ahead of 1NZ Matt Sherlock. Entertaining race. Some good battles amongst the pack there. Race number 2 for Production Saloons here at the Heavy Trax Hire Central Motor Speedway. Burgess, car number 15, just taking a bit of a shortcut through there. The Advanti racer. Car 5 is Jamie Black out of Riverside. 21, Graham Williamson from Riverside, the Flying Scotsman. It is Stu Miller from Dunedin. He's in car 10. 2NZ, George Phillips, a very, very rare mistake for Phillips in Heat 2, a bit of a spin. 112, Dan Black, race 1 win. Mid-pack finish in race 2. Shane McIntyre, he's in the SW Finance Corvette. Car 22. 33 is Shane Greer, the Greer logging machine. And at the tail of the field, Aaron Andrews, car 57, sponsored by Otago Metals. It's one of the latest cars that's rolled off the Hypermac production line, so it's good to have Shane behind the wheel doing a few tweaks and seeing how it all feels. Then of course Scotty will turn up here at Easter time and blitz everybody. So Civil Construction pace car goes to the infield. Woods controls the pace from position 2 with Burgess on his inside. Burgess will be looking for a nice clean run down to the tight 1 and 2. But he's going to have Jason Gold all over the back of him. Woods on the outside, gets on the loud pedal. But it's going to be Burgess that heads him down to 1 and 2. Gold tries to just poke the nose down there. Can't get it done. Burgess comes out clean. Darren McLeod, he got off to a good start as well, as did Ashton Osborne. Osborne now having a look down the inside of Wood, but it's going to be a battle up front with Jason Gold and Phil Burgess. Gold with a big move down the inside of Phil Burgess. Burgess's car really bouncing down the back straight. Looks like it's got the hiccups almost as he come out of turn number 2. Very bouncy indeed. Him and Gold side by side. Still bouncing. Phil Burgess right round the outside of Jason Gold. Ashton Osborne not too far off the pace now as well. He goes round the outside. McLeod in 4th place with Graham Williamson breathing all over the back of him at the moment, as well as George Phillips in the 2NZ. They both duck down the inside of Darren McLeod. Issues there for car 22, Shane McIntyre. Falling to the back of the pack. Burgess leads Osborne on the main straight. Osborne down low, Burgess up high. Burgess should get a run from the high line, doesn't manage to do so. Look at Phillips right down the outside of Graham Williamson. He'll stick car 2 right out towards the wall and try and get a run on Williamson down to 1 and 2. They're side by side. Jason Gold sneaks past Burgess. Williamson says, I'm coming through as well. So Williamson now up to 3rd place. Here comes Phillips joining the party now as well. Burgess has been hung out to dry. He's gone from 1st down to 5th. All in the space of 1 lap. Dan Black trying to chase McLeod. McLeod was crossed up. Then we've got Woods, Miller, Greer, Andrews, Jamie Black and Shane McIntyre. Out in front though, it is still the stealth of Ashton Osborne. Stretches the legs down the back straight here at Central Motor Speedway. This battle for 2nd, 3rd and 4th really heating up. George Phillips trying to find a way around the outside of Williamson and Gold. Williamson makes a move on Gold, manages to make it stick. So Williamson now up to 2nd. George Phillips goes in deep. He's up to 3rd. There is 1 more lap to run. And it's Ashton Osborne out in front. Graham Williamson in 2nd. George Phillips in 3rd. Phillips so fast at the top end of the circuit. But it's going to be the 161 of Ashton Osborne. Picks up his 2nd race win of the afternoon. Graham Williamson in 2nd. A top drive from Williamson ahead of George Phillips in car 2. Then Jason Gold, Phil Burgess and Dan Black. Well driven Ashton Osborne. What a hell of a race behind them between Graham Williamson and George Phillips. Man, they've had some great battles in the last couple of years.
Brittany Carpenter, driver of 85 GM, based out of Greymouth. I use wholesale tyres, coloured chrome rims on my car. If you're looking for something unique and different on your car, contact Wholesale Tyres to get these coloured rims. Or get a hold of them on Facebook at Wholesale Tyres, or go onto their website, which is www.wholesaletyres.net.nz. See you trackside.
Need coloured chrome rims? Wholesale Tyres. Good rims, better prices, great people.
Both in the youth Ministocks and of course the youth saloons. I've still got their race to come very, very shortly. Sprint cars up after this. So McSweeney and Headley. McSweeney with a couple of race wins, Headley with one. They're your top point scorers. 6-lap Ministocks sprint for the Ainsley Memorial, their final race of the night. McSweeney and Headley past the control tower they come. Up very, very high indeed. Gives Brodie McDonald a bit of an incentive to stick the nose of car number 99 down low. Here comes Clay Dawson, car 4. He looks racy at the moment. He's come from the third row up to third place. But it's McSweeney who leads this one here. Oh, wee bit of contact between McDonald and Dawson. Nothing in that though. Trent Ainsley, he's back there. He's in 5th place. Ready to pounce on this bunch as well. But look at Headley and McSweeney. They're still side by side. That's how they started this race, and they are still running side by side. Great driving by these two guys. Headley on the outside, McSweeney the inside. Second row we see Dawson and McDonald. So McSweeney, a little bit of contact there with Headley. Headley gets unsettled coming out of 2, and McSweeney manages to move away. Can Headley come back to him? Through 3 and 4. Onto the main straight once more. Headley now getting attacked by McDonald. Brodie McDonald right on the back of Headley there. Dawson's there. Then we go back to Ainsley. Craig. Gable's done well. He's moved up the order. Then Hudos Colvin, who started from the rear of the field. She's moved up. Harrington, Jeffcoat and Phillips. Through comes McSweeney once more. Can he make it a perfect night here at the Heavy Trax Hire Central Motor Speedway? 2 heat wins so far. Can he win this one here? George Headley absolutely throwing everything at car number 7 at the moment to try and chase down McSweeney from Christchurch, but McSweeney not putting a foot wrong. Some great driving tonight in the youth grade. Clay Dawson gets a little bit loose coming out of 2. Ainsley's right behind him, ready to pounce if he does that again. Top 3, McSweeney, Headley and McDonald. McDonald's right there, ready to pounce. White flag should come out next time around. Here comes McDonald down the inside of Headley. This is for position 2. Gets the move made as they go round 3 and 4. White flag comes out for McSweeney. Headley looks to the inside of McDonald, but McDonald's managed to make the move stick. Here comes Headley between 1 and 2. Can McDonald duck down the inside and get that position back? Here he comes, they're side by side. McSweeney leads. McDonald, great driving by both McDonald and Headley. That's your battle for 2nd and 3rd. They're side by side through 3 and 4. It's a race win for McSweeney. McDonald in 2nd. And car 99 and Headley settles for 3rd. But well done. All of those drivers, they put on a hell of a race there. But it's McSweeney who takes it out from McDonald. Headley in 3rd. Dawson, a good night out on a new car for 4th. And Trent Ainsley rounds up your top 5. Well done, folks. Put your hands together for the youth Ministocks.
building a new commercial business or home? Or is it time that your existing premise has had a repaint anywhere in the South Island? Then Anderton Decorators have you covered. From floor to ceiling, wall to roof, Anderton Decorators offer the latest techniques, equipment and technology to make even the hardest tasks seem simple. Anderton Decorators also has the expert team to take the frustration out of your next project. Call Shane today on 027 Painting. That's 027 724 6846. Anderton Decorators. We have you covered.
Should be a good battle up front. Sam O'Callaghan, Jacob McIntyre. Pretty quick front row. Lights around, we'll get a start. Heat number 3, the Darrell Ainsley Memorial here at the Heavy Trax Hire Central Motor Speedway. Slam Sam controls the pace on the outside and gets off to an absolute flyer, down to 1 and 2. But look at McIntyre, shot right down low there and took the lead from him. Good start there by Duff as well. Duff found his way up to second place pretty early in this one here, so a good start for the gas man. Slam Sam, he's in third place. Taylor trying to find a way through in car number 9. Rayborn in fourth. Jaden Dodge has got off to an absolute flyer of a start. He started at the rear of the field now. He's right up beside Taylor. So a good start for Jaden Dodge in car number 7. He's in a battle with Nigel Coleman. Then we go back to Skulls. Taiwan, there's a car around there. Can't see. All I can see is a cloud of dust. So that looks to be Sam O'Callaghan. He was in second place. So this will just settle everything down now. McIntyre was off to an absolute flyer, backed himself. I didn't think he had enough to get O'Callaghan between 1 and 2, but he backed himself. Shot down nice and low because O'Callaghan got a great start out wide. So Slam Sam, he will rejoin the tail of the field. The safety first NZ car 88 from Riverside. He'll lead them around the gas man, Steve Duff Jr. He sits in second place. Car 9, Stephen Taylor, certainly one to watch out for. One of the top drivers in this class throughout New Zealand. Rayborn trying to grab that third spot. He'll be waiting for the official word that he can slot in front of car 9. Still some big races to unfold here tonight, folks. We have got 3 20-lap feature finals. It's a commentator's nightmare, but hey, I'll do it for you guys. We've got a sprint car feature, 20 laps. We've got a saloon car feature, 20 laps. And what do you know? A super saloon feature of 20 laps as well. Certainly been a brilliant night's action here at the Heavy Trax Hire Central Motor Speedway. Lights are out. We're set for a restart. McIntyre, Duff, Bourne and Taylor. That's your top 4. Taylor has a look down the inside. Oh, Bourne gets a job done. Oh, Colvin right into the back of Bourne as they come past the control line here. McIntyre down on the wall. On the back straight, he's being chased now by Taylor. Car number 9 from Nelson will try and chase down car number 88 from Riverside. Steve Duff Jr., the gas man. He slots back to third place now. Jaden Dodge. He's driven the wheels off this thing in this one here. He ducks right down the inside of Steve Duff Jr. He's now up to third place, but it's still McIntyre from Riverside who leads Taylor in car number 9. Taylor coming at him hard and fast. Duff back to third place. Jaden Dodge in fourth. Down past the control tower once more. Jacob McIntyre. He picked up his first race win in the War of the Wings series just a month or so ago. And he's absolutely flying here in this one. He's being chased by Stephen Taylor. Car 9 from Nelson. Duff in third place. Dodge in fourth. Then we go back to Nigel Colvin. Great drive from car number 28 as well. That's Hayden Johnson. He's up mid-pack, being chased by Sam O'Callaghan and Oscar Harcourt. But McIntyre comes through and ticks the box once more. I really thought once Taylor got set free from the bunch that he would chase McIntyre down, but it goes to show how talented this young bloke from Invercargill is. As he comes on through, the laps count down. He's got lap traffic in front of him in the form of Fetu Taiwa and Steve Scholes. He will not want to be held up. Laps really starting to count down. Down the back straight, Taiwa gets past Scholes. Here's McIntyre. The white flag about to be presented. He's got one more to run. Taylor's right there now. Taylor goes round the outside of Scholes. Car length and a half between the leaders, but McIntyre gets good drive out of two. He's got Fetu Taiwa in front of him, and one more corner to contest, but here comes Taylor. Taylor gets him. Taylor from Nelson sneaks down the inside. McIntyre's going to have to settle for second with Jaden Dodge. I think it is. No, it's actually Duff in third place.
If you're planning on jumping into a new vehicle, talk to the good sports at Stadium Finance. Whether you're looking to buy privately or through a dealer, they can help you out, and with better rates. So race online to stadiumfinance.co.nz for faster finance at better rates.
No car who mocks him in this one here. Car was very smoky last race. So we've gone green, we're away racing. Simon and Marshall side by side. Simon gets the better of it, gets the lead in this one here, and stretches the legs out of turn two. Watch for Crosby, who's down the back of the field. Workers magic, he's gone round the outside of Anderson, trying to find a way past Brooks Soper. So within one lap, Alex Crosby has gone from the tail of the field, now up to fourth place. The kid's a talent. Shannon Simon out in front, car number 26. He's driven so well tonight. Then we've got Clay Marshall in third place. He's dropped a spot now as well as Alex Crosby goes round the outside of him. He's now going to go to work on Caleb Marshall in car number 88. Simon, half a dozen car length lead at the moment over Marshall in second place. Crosby trying to find a way through. They head down to 3 and 4. A little bit of nose to tail contact with those cars. Richardson in a good battle at the tail of the field with car number 18, Matt Thomas. Great experience for those young drivers to have a skid here at Central Motor Speedway under lights. So it's still Simon who leads this one here. Crosby trying to find a way down the inside of Caleb Marshall. Manages to do so now, so he moves up to second place. Simon moves to the outside of Richardson, so he's put a lap on Richardson. Here comes Crosby. Then the two Marshalls, young Caleb Marshall, car number 88, and Clay Marshall in the 97. Richardson does well, just sits down on the pole line, lets those faster cars sneak on through. Brooke Soper, she's solid. She's in 5th at the moment. Maddie Stewart next in the queue. Then we go back to Taylor. Taylor down the inside of Stewart. Then we go back to the Greer logging machine of Lucy Greer. Kate Anderson, Zara Lee Tahura. So Simon, he picked himself up a race win in the last race. He's going to collect the white flag this time around. There will be one more lap to go. Out it comes Alex Crosby in second place. Can he chase him down with one lap to go? He's really starting to shorten that gap between first and second place. A car length and a half. Crosby, will he back himself down here in the big sweeping turns 3 and 4? Simon goes in. He's going to take this one here out. A good race win for Shannon Simon. 2 from 3 for him. Alex Crosby, a first, a third and a second. Then we go back to car number 88, which is Caleb Marshall for third place. But well done, Shannon Simon. Be interesting to see what the points wash up of the whole series is. But with those placings, I would imagine Alex Crosby has done enough to win the Tri-Series. Well done to all of the drivers in this grade. And of course the people that put that Tri-Series together. They are the future of the sport, the youth Ministocks drivers and the youth saloon drivers. It's great to see where they go when they leave these grades. So many of them move up into the higher ranks and they head there with a lot of racing skills under their belt. So well done all those involved with the youth saloons here tonight at Central Motor Speedway. Coming up next, what have we got lined up? Race 3 for Super Saloons, a 10-lap race. They also have their 20-lap feature final a little bit later on tonight. Hope you're enjoying your night here, folks, at the Ainsley Memorial. Construction safety cars still circulating. Yellow's still out, so yellow's starting to flash now. Civil construction safety car goes to the infield. We should hopefully get a race start this time around. They go out, we do. Alistair Lister on the outside, Dave Manera on the inside. Heat 3, Super Saloons here at Central Motor Speedway. Just the 6 cars left in this one. No Grant Malloy, no Terry Soper. Green flag drops, Lister gets off to a flyer, but it's Mark Osborne. He stuck the nose of the Stealth underneath the back of Lister and absolutely catapulted himself out from the pack. And he's already pulled away about half a dozen car lengths at the moment. You can see how this track's really starting to shine up under the lights. Very, very changeable indeed. Elliott now up to second spot. Lister behind him. Then we go back to Taylor, Manera, and Ricky Bolton at the tail of the field. Mark Osborne, you're going to hear that car absolutely wringing the neck off it when he went round 3 and 4. Lister in a great battle at the moment with Richie Taylor. That's your battle for 3rd and 4th place. Manera in his own battle with Ricky Bolton just behind Lister and Taylor. So really starting to close up now for 3rd, 4th, 5th and 6th. But out in front, it's a Stealth Engineering machine of Mark Osborne. Already picked himself up a race win here at heat number 1. Trevor Elliott spun in that one there. He picked up a win in heat 2. Through comes Osborne once more. Elliott follows. Still a hell of a battle going on behind them. Ricky Bolton looking dangerous now. He's starting to put pressure on the back of Taylor, who's starting to put pressure on Alistair Lister. Through goes Bolton, gets past Taylor. He's now got Lister in his sights. Car 861. The Pro X from Dunedin. Looking racy in the late stages of this one here. Out front, the horses bolted. Mark Osborne, 3-time New Zealand Super Saloon champion, in full control. Casual Saturday night cruise in Cromwell for Mark Osborne at the moment. Here comes Bolton down the outside of Lister. Lister's put up a massive fight in this one. He's had all sorts of pressure from Taylor and Bolton, but this time Bolton's got the move made. Goes round the outside of Alistair Lister, the Lister helicopter-sponsored Mustang. Taylor shoots down the inside. He picks up a spot, but Lister comes back at him. Great driving. Manera not too far off the pace of them either. Wee bit of contact between Taylor and Lister. They did well to keep both cars on track. White flag comes out. 1 to run for Mark Osborne. Goes around 1 and 2. Stretches the legs for the last time. Into 3 and 4. 3 race starts, 2 race wins for car 16 from Christchurch. Mark Osborne followed home by Trevor Elliott. And in 3rd place we will see Ricky Bolton. The 861 come across the line in 3rd. Then Taylor, Lister and Manera. That is heat 3 for the Darrell Ainsley Memorial here at the Heavy Trax Hire Central Motor Speedway in Cromwell. We'll see the Super Saloons back to round off the night a wee bit later on with their 20-lap feature final.
It's action for the whole family. With 23 tracks around New Zealand, there is no better way to spend your weekends than at a Speedway New Zealand track.
Here they come to the start-finish line again.
There's something for the whole family. Sprint cars, saloons, stock cars, sidecars, midgets and much, much more. Pack up the family and make a trip to adrenaline-filled, action-packed bashes and crashes that only Speedway can deliver. Visit www.speedway.co.nz to find out the track nearest to you. Speedway, it's our summer thing.
So So Civil Construction safety car goes to the infield. The orange lights flash. They go out, set for a race start this time around. Faith Ainsley and Gavin Reid will lead them around 10 laps of action. Race number 3 for 6 shooters. Ainsley brings them round nice and slow, drops to the green flag. Look at Ben Smart right to the outside. And car number 58 goes right round the outside of Reid. Wee bit of nose to tail contact there between Ainsley and Reid. Nothing in that though. Luke Shearing's got off to an absolute flyer. He's moved up to 3rd place, but Brian Allison sneaks back through underneath. He's now in 3rd. Car 51, Andrew Marker trying to find a way through the field now as well. Reid's dropped a spot. Allison gets past him. Shearing having a wee look down the inside now as well. Then we go back to Marker, Jennett, Harrison Brown in car number 57. He's making up some spots as well. He's got Ainsley behind him as well as Evans. Then we go back to Simmons, Peter Keith, Marshall, Smith, and Gordon. So out in front, it's Ben Smart who's off to an absolute flyer. Drives away from car number 19, which is Brian Allison. Through comes Smart. Starting to chase down the back markers, which is Samantha Sanford. She'll give them plenty of room as they come through. Sanford goes to the inside, lets the race leader go right round. Allison looking for a way through now as well. So Shearing's looking racing in 3rd place at the moment. The 2 Gemmett Power Tools cars looking good at the moment as well. We've got Marker just in front of Chris Gemmett. They're in 4th and 5th place at the moment. Evans finds a way through. He's managed to move his way down the inside of Harrison Brown, but Brown fights back. He's side by side with Chris Jennett as Adam Evans goes to the outside. That's a great battle, really starting to heat up there. And the 6 shooters, Harrison Brown trying to find a way through. The 2 car 57s and car 41 really battling it out, while up front, car 58, Ben Smart, is in absolute control of this one. They go round the outside of Prattley. Allison in 2nd, Shearing in 3rd. Then we go back to Marker, Jennett, Harrison Brown, Adam Evans, then back to Simmons. The ATL machine of Peter Keith. He's next in the queue. Evans has made a move on Harrison Brown. Can he make a move on Gemmett? There's nothing between them at the moment. There's some great racing out there. Good, clean racing. White flag out though for our race leader, Ben Smart. He's driven well from the start. He got off to an absolute flyer, and the checkered flag comes out for car 58. Ben Smart takes it out. Car 19, Brian Allison, settles for 2nd place. Great driving from the 6 shooters. Well done, Luke Shearing. A solid 3rd for him. Certainly some great battles right across the field there. That is their last race of the evening. Production Saloons are on the dummy grid. They'll be out next for their final race of the evening, which is coming up next here at the Darrell Ainsley Memorial.
Hi, Scott here from Expert Cars. Over the last couple of years I've used Sign Solutions for lots of jobs. Building signage, vehicle signage and even flags. If you need signage done in Invercargill, get in touch with Sign Solutions.
Ashley Clements' car number 26 starts from the second row. Looks like a vacant box on her outside. Car 4, Shane Priestley from Dunedin. He's got the 1NZ. Matt Sherlock alongside him all the way from Christchurch. Fourth row we see Stephen Nicholas and Laura Heads. Aaron Brooklyn, car 33 from Dunedin, lines up alongside Steve Clements from Riverside. And car 25, 92, Chris Bailey out the other end, BMW. He's got Ian Clark, car number 21 from Nelson. Brad McTaggart's car number 86, 67, Dave McKenzie, 804, James Wood. Your 3NZ, Vaughan Fairbairn, and at the tail of the field, car 7, Brian Wilson. We go racing here in Production Saloons and hurrying off to an absolute flyer. Leads him down to turns 1 and 2. Jobson in second place. Matt Sherlock finds a way around the outside of Asher Clements. Stephen Nicholas is right there as well. He's got off to a flyer in this one. Jobson a wee bit loose. Yellows have come out. Pile up down there. Laura Heads, Brian Wilson and James Wood. By the looks of it, they all get up and running again. So I'd imagine we will see a full race restart. To be fair, across all the grades, the action has been pretty clean all night. No major incidents. Touch wood. The odd spin here and there, but nothing major. Nobody having to crane their cars onto their trailers. Nothing silly like that. It's been pretty good right across every grade. Saying that, folks, plenty more action to come. Sprint car feature final coming up at the end of this one here, the Production Saloons. So we'll go to a full restart. Hurring and Jobson from the front row of the grid. Asher Clements just behind them. Green flag drops. Hurring gets off to a flyer once more. Matt Sherlock round the outside of Jobson this time. He's high and wide. Can he make it stick out of 1 and 2? Asher Clements got a far better start this time. Sherlock goes around the outside of Clements, sticks the 1NZ about mid-track and goes around the outside of Hurring as well. So your national champion now leads this one here after one lap of action. Stephen Nicholas gives Asher Clements a bit of a nudge on the back bumper. Laura Head, she goes to the infield in car 64. Behind Nicholas we see Jobson, Bailey's there as well, so Shane Priestley, Steve Clements, James Wood and McTaggart both trying to find a way through a bunch of cars here. Aaron Brooklyn, he's side by side with James Wood. Trading paint they call it. Stephen Nicholas sneaks down the inside of Hurring. Oh, there's Jobson gone out to the wall there. Turn number 3, manages to get going again. So it's Sherlock who leads from Asher Clements. Then Stephen Nicholas, Hurring. Bailey's coming through the field fast. Then Stephen Clements with Brad McTaggart, James Wood and the 3NZ of Vaughan Fairbairn all right there. Stephen Nicholas once again. He's got the push on Asher Clements 2 or 3 times in this race here. There's been contact between those two cars. Nicholas goes round the outside now of Brian Wilson. He's a lap down. Sherlock, he's got Dave McKenzie in his sights. Puts him a lap down. Car number 67 from Riverside. So Sherlock to the outside. Asher Clements doing a good job at the moment of holding off car 51. Stephen Nicholas. They go down to 3 and 4. McTaggart's next in the queue. In fact, Bailey's there. Nicholas, once again, more contact on Asher Clements. Oh, big contact down here. That's Woods. Goes into the back of Asher Clements. So that was Stephen Nicholas once more that hit Asher Clements. So untidy stuff. White flag's going to come out, though. It is out for the 1NZ of Matt Sherlock. Down the back straight, goes past Wilson again. He'll catch the black and white checkered flag as he comes on through your 1NZ. Matt Sherlock takes this one here out. Stephen Nicholas is going to come across the line in second, but I'd imagine he'll have some questions to answer. Then car number 92, which is Bailey. He's up to third place. And a great drive by McTaggart to get up to fourth. That was untidy stuff for second and third there. But no doubt about who your race winner was, your 1NZ, Matt Sherlock from Christchurch. Be a great battle. Should get a start this time around. Orange lights flashing. They should go off. They do right on cue. Connor Rangi on the outside. Stephen Taylor on the inside. This should be a hell of a battle up front as the green flag drops for the Ainsley Memorial, and Taylor gets off to an absolute flyer. Connor Rangi right in there. Oh, a wee bit of contact, nose to tail stuff. Harcourt goes around car number 7, so that brings out the yellow straight away. That's Harcourt. So once again, drivers did very, very well to avoid Oscar Harcourt spinning the value cars. Sponsored car 7 should go back to a full grid restart. Wee bit of contact further up the field by the looks of it as well. Might have been the old Constantina effect or whatever they call it. Led to Harcourt. Spinning at the tail of the field, so they should get him spun round, started once more. So hopefully get a start this time around. Taylor and Connor Rangi from the front row of the grid. Caleb Bourne, Matthew Anderson hold row 2. Green flag drops. Taylor and Rangi side by side down to 1 and 2. Rangi right round the outside. Taylor pushes them high and wide. They all come out of 1 and 2 nicely. Jacob McIntyre, Nigel Colvin, they're both side by side, trying to chase down the gas man. Nigel Colvin, wee bit of contact there with Colvin and McIntyre. Jaden Dodge almost comes to a standstill between 1 and 2, loses about 3 spots as he tries to get back into this one. Taylor still leads, chased by Rangi. Then we go back to Anderson, Bourne, Duff. Then we've got Colvin, McIntyre, Oscar Harcourt, Jaden Dodge, Sam O'Callaghan, Not much at all between your leaders at the moment. The niche sponsored machine of Stephen Taylor of Nelson and Connor Rangi. Rangi shortens the gap as they go round 1 and 2. Barely a car length between them. Look at this, side by side through 3 and 4. Lap traffic in front of them in the form of Whenua Taiwa and Hayden Johnson. Taiwa goes up nice and wide, manages to let the leaders through. In fact, that's Steve Scholes just in front of the leaders at the moment. So Taylor to the outside. Here comes Connor Rangi. He decides to go to the outside too. He did look at the inside line for a start, but Scholes came over to the pole line. Very fast pace set here at the moment by our 2 leaders. They're starting to chase down Mean Gene Spooner. Rangi on the inside this time of Taylor. Oh, it touches the wall, Taylor does. And he goes right out. He's going to go round Stephen Taylor. Spins, this could be ugly. Manages to keep it going. How on earth he did that, I've got no idea. Speedway New Zealand jumped straight onto the orange, but Taylor actually got up and running again. Remarkable stuff. He was gone, done, dusted by all accounts, but he managed to keep it going with no contact. Watch for car number 9 at the tail of the field now, folks. Stephen Taylor, he will dearly love to race through the field and get up there to battle with some of these front runners once more. He came out of 3 and 4. He touched the wall just past the gates here in front of the control tower. And of course he flew down to turn 1 and 2. That's where he spun. This now gives Connor Rangi all the breathing space that he needs. Just another gentle reminder, folks, keep your headlights off. I see there's a car right on top of the hill there. Turn number 2 with the headlights on. If they can turn those headlights off, please. So clerk of the course, Daryl Barnes, just checking something with the starter there, so pretty sure everybody's where they should be. So lights have gone out. We'll get a restart this time around. Connor Rangi, Matthew Anderson and Caleb Bourne, your top 3. Green flag drops, we go racing here. McIntyre coming under attack from Jaden Dodge. Manages to pull away, so there's been issues there for Steve Duff Jr. He's gone from 4th down to about 7th place at that restart as Connor Rangi really steers away with this one here. The young bloke from Nelson, very, very hard to see from up here at the moment. Track's really dried out and a lot of dust. Nigel Cole, there's a big rollover down the back straight. That there is, looks like Taylor. Stephen Taylor, car 9, told you not to take your eyes off him, folks. He has that win it or bin it attitude. And he was coming through the pack. And over he went. Stephen Taylor, the entry to turn number 3, nose to tail. Just make sure you stay well back, folks, from the fence line there. So Taylor at one stage led this race. Him and Conarangi went toe-to-toe for a number of laps before he spun. He then had to try and work his way through the field. And unfortunately, it has not ended well for Taylor. Of course, runs two cars, one here in the South Island, one out of Wellington also. Great peddler, they call him an absolute entertainer. Not much he cannot do in a sprint car. And he is very much a win it or bin it type guy. He would have been working his way through. ProMed team just doing their thing down there at the moment, making sure that Taylor's all good. Regroup, sort out a plan of attack to try and chase down Conarangi, your man up front, car number 57 from Nelson. Look at Jade and Dodge trying to go for the outside early, but it's the heavy diesel machine of Conarangi that leads him down to turn 1 and 2. McIntyre trying to find a way through here at the moment. He shoots down the inside of Dodge. Dodge looking so fast in this one. Those two drivers trying to get onto the back end of the podium. Anderson's been racing all race in car 16. He's got Bourne just behind him. Dodge has moved up a spot. McIntyre drops a spot. Then behind them, they've got Nigel Colvin. Down the back straight, Conarangi. Absolutely flying. And Bourne's moved up to second place. Look at Dodge with a big dive. Trying to get down the inside of Anderson in car 16. Bourne's cleared off. He's in second place. Dodge up the inside of Anderson. They're going to be side by side. In fact, Dodge has managed to make the move. He's now up to third place. Through comes Bourne, Dodge, Anderson, McIntyre. Colvin starting to buy into this one now as well. Conarangi comes on round. He's got Steve Scholes in front of him. The heavy diesel car from Nelson. It's all sorts of pressure on the back of Steve Scholes. Manages to get around. Oh, no contact here. That's with Slam and Sam O'Callaghan and car 15. The gas man, Steve Duff. Just caught the tail end of it. Duff was going around. There was air under its car. So Slam and Sam O'Callaghan, he gets out of the car pretty smartly. A lot of smoke coming out of that car, so they'll be wanting to have a close look at that one. So unsure whether or not it was Slam and Sam that might have come to a sudden halt and Duff managing to avoid him. It looks like Duff's going to get a restart, which is good. He's been fairly competitive tonight as well, the gas man, the Concut car from Christchurch. So 20 lap feature final here for sprint cars, really starting to chew into the evening. In fact, it's been called. Checkered flag comes out, done and dusted, and it's going to be Conarangi that takes it out. Caleb Bourne in second place, Jaden Dodge. He'll come home in third. That is the sprint cars done and dusted. Coming up next on the dummy grid, set and ready to go, a 20-lap feature final for Saloons. Looking forward to this one.
The St. Nicholas is a familiar sight around Bluff as she steams out to capture Can-Do Fishing's famous Bluff kinner. Once caught, the kinner is brought back to the purpose-built factory in Bluff where it is processed, packed and shipped fresh to you. But that's not all that Can-Do Fishing can do for you. Try some of their green-boned fish or delicious power products and you will soon see why seafood from the Bluff is world famous. So head to your local fish market or supermarket and ask for Can-Do Fishing kinner, fish or power. Can-Do Fishing, there's nothing we can't do for you.
So just had a message through, Dan Black, the 112, a broken diff apparently. So thanks to Mark Dobson for giving me that information. Of course, Mark's sitting up with his feet on the lazy boy in Riverton, watching tonight's action thanks to the Pits TV. So Civil Construction safety car goes to the infield, the lights are out, we're set to go racing, 20 laps of action. The Ainsley Memorial for Saloons comes down to this race here. Green flag drops. Ashton Osborne on the outside, looks racy down to 1 and 2. Graham Williamson slots into that second place, but he gets good drive out of 2 and goes right down the inside of Ashton Osborne. Nice move by Williamson. Forces Osborne high and wide. He's using mid-track at the moment. It's a smart move by Williamson. Osborne trying to find what way to go. Does he go high? Does he go low? George Phillips is right there as well. So's Jason Gold. This time Williamson sits mid-track again, forces Ashton Osborne up high, but he needs to be careful here because George Phillips, he's hungry. He's right over these two. And if Williamson opens the door, Phillips could come through. But at the moment, it is all the X-Factor cars. Hypermac Mustang of Graham Williamson. Osborne with a nice move right around the outside of Williamson. Will Williamson fight back? Beautiful move by Osborne. Williamson slips back to second. Then we go to Phillips. Shane McIntyre. Jason Gold. Aaron Andrews. Darren McLeod. Phil Burgess. Through comes Osborne. Williamson still throwing absolutely everything at him. Catches him up half a car length between the two of them. Williamson with a wee sniff down the inside. Osborne holds it mid-track. Through he comes. George Phillips starting to hound the back end of car 21. Or Osborne very, very bouncy between 1 and 2. George Phillips almost side by side now with Graham Williamson, goes right around the outside, almost a carbon copy of what Ashton Osborne did to him a few laps ago. Williamson pokes the nose of car 21 back down the inside, but he's not going to have enough. The 2NZ of George Phillips goes right around the outside. He's now in second place. Can he chase down the youngster Ashton Osborne from Christchurch? Shane McIntyre really starting to drag in Graham Williamson now as well. Has Williamson's car gone off? It looked racy in the early stages of this one here, but he's certainly fallen back. He's still holding third place. There's still a long way to go in this one. But look at George Phillips starting to reel in Ashton Osborne. He goes to the outside. I mentioned before there was no better sight than George Phillips sticking the rear wing of car 2 around the concrete wall here at Central Motor Speedway. Jamie Black in car 5. He's about to come under attack. Phillips high and wide looking for a way round. He can't quite make it happen. Loses momentum with Black. 3 or 4 car lengths the gap, first and second. Williamson starting to fight back in this one here. Then we go to McIntyre, Aaron Andrews and Gold. Through comes Osborne once more. Then the clean waste machine of George Phillips up in second place. Graham Williamson in third. Shane McIntyre behind the wheel of car number 22. He's in fourth place. He was looking racy just a moment ago. Jason Gold goes around in car 88. Yellow's come on, probably a little bit too soon. Jamie Black goes around as well. That's down here in turn number 4. But Jason Gold, second time tonight that a car has spun, managed to get going, but the yellows have come on. So we're going to see a restart. Time for all these drivers just to take a breath. Have a bit of a think about what the next move is going to be. So Ashton Osborne, his first year out of the junior grades. And here he is leading the 20-lap feature final for the Darrell Ainsley Memorial here at Central Motor Speedway. He's got the 2NZ of George Phillips right behind him. Graham Williamson's there as well. He led the majority of the start of this race. Ashton Osborne is slowing them right down. George Phillips giving the South a little bit of a tap from behind. He's wanting to set a quicker pace than that. Osborne hits the loud pedal, leads him down to turns 1 and 2 and absolutely gaps it. Williamson down the inside of George Phillips. Nice move by Williamson. So Williamson now back up to second place. Well driven. George Phillips on the outside. Look at that. Kisses a wall on the way round. What a move by George Phillips. Shane McIntyre just behind him. Then we go to Aaron Andrews in car 57. He's now up to 5th place. Osborne leads. Williamson second. Phillips in third. Then McIntyre. Andrews, Gold. McLeod, Greer. Burgess. The Flying Scotsman, Stu Miller. Gary Woods and Jamie Black. That is your field at the moment. Oh, big roll. Massive crash. George Phillips. Never saw that one happen, just saw the tail end of it. Out the corner of my eye, saw the smoke. And it was Phillips, of course. He's been flirting with that concrete wall all night. Millimetres between himself and that wall. So young George Phillips. Big one there. Phillips walks away from it, folks. Put your hands together. Great to see him walk away, and once again, I've said it before, testament to the safety gear that these drivers have to wear, the way these cars are built, the gear they wear, the whole lot. Phillips jumps in to the crash car. They'll reform once more. In fact, checkered flag has come out. They have called this one as well. Ashton Osborne, your winner in this one here. Graham Williamson, a well-driven second place. And if they roll it back a lap, George Phillips, I'm guessing, will be given third place. Not the way we like to see these races finish. Ashton Osborne with some celebration skids on the back straight here at Central Motor Speedway. So that saloon's done and dusted. Still a couple of races to go here tonight, folks. Stock cars coming up next, then Super Saloons for their final.
Hi, Malcolm Nardo from Suck It Up. We specialise in hydro excavation in the Canterbury region, safe dig methods around services. Also we do septic tank cleaning, drain cleaning, CCTV of your pipes. If you want an excellent service, please check us out on Facebook.
Suck It Up Limited, 740 Marston Road, Christchurch. Call them 24 hours a day on 027 588 8809.
Mentioned earlier on tonight how tidy it had been. We've got to these 20-lap feature finals and it's all turned to custard here for us tonight. Green flag awaits the stock cars, drops, we go racing. Peter Knight gets away to an early lead, down to turns 1 and 2. McDonald's right beside him. Taylor got off to a flyer in car number 84. He's already had a race win today as well. Brian Tanifar's right there, car number 98. McDonald looks to the inside of him. Round 3 and 4 we go. Casey McEwen, he's also in the mix there as well. He currently sits in 4th place. Behind him we see Peter Knight and car 33, Harry Greer. Round 1 and 2, Brian Tanifar trying to chase down the 84, Mark Taylor from Dunedin. Oh, big contact on the back straight there. That was Simon right into the side of Shane McDonald. McDonald was strawn across the track and he took massive side impact. I wouldn't be surprised, I'd say we'll go red here. They'll need to check on McDonald. Doesn't seem like they're in any hurry to. They do now. So McDonald spun, got absolutely drilled side on by Paul Simon, car 77. Of course, McDonald not long back from an injury from the start of the season, but he's gone to the infield. He's all right. Back in the starter's hands once more for heat number 3 of stock cars here at the Ainsley Memorial. Your race leader just down in front of us, Mark Taylor, the 252 from Riverside. David Wheeler, he's stalled at the restart, so he's stranded on the pole line. This will bring out another red light, because if he can't get going, he can't remain there. So 252 from Riverside, he's going to bring out what will be another red. So Taylor, issues for him as well. He's slowing and going around the pole line at the moment. So Mark Taylor, dramas for him while leading this one here, puts Casey McEwen in front. Taylor's parked up on the pole line now as well, so they're going to have to clear those 2 cars. Through goes McEwen, Peter Knight in 2nd place, Brian Tanifar up to 3rd. Then we go back to Thompson, Stephen Thompson, with Simon just behind him in car 77. Then it's Greer. That's car 33, Harry Greer, Billy Greer behind him. The race leader goes on through. Reds come on now. It's taken an eternity for them to come on. 3 or 4 laps, if not more. So they'll clear Taylor, they'll clear David Wheeler. Wheeler went to take off with that restart. There was a loud bang, the car stopped and he rolled to the pole line. So the 33 of Harry Greer, he goes to the infield now as well. So this will put 4 cars in the infield for this one. Mark Taylor had a good lead. And basically come to a standstill, parked up here on the pole line, just in front of the control tower here at Central Motor Speedway. So Taylor now out of this one here. Casey McEwen on the back straight, car 16. He's your race leader. Peter Knight, car 7 in 2nd place. Brian Tanifar, 98. He currently sits in third. Round turns 3 and 4 they go. They go round the outside of Adam Neighbour. Oh, Tanifar puts Peter Knight into the wall. Pushes him towards turn 1 and 2. Knight goes up. He's going to be contacted by car 26, which is Cheryl Walker. Manages to get going once more. So Tanifar starting to be the enforcer in this one. Casey McEwen with a handy lead. Tanifar trying to chase him down. That's lap traffic between them at the moment, but he's got the length of a straight lead here at Central Motor Speedway in the final for the Darrell Ainsley Memorial for stock cars. White flag out for McEwen. Through comes Tanifar, who's in second place. He's got Thompson right behind him. Peter Knight gets spun. Tanifar down the back straight. Thompson into the back of him. Checkered flag's going to come out for car 16. An easy race win for Casey McEwen. Oh, big contact. Tanifar tried taking Thompson out to the wall. Checkered flag comes out for car 77. Simon in second place. Adam Neighbour goes into the wall hard in 1 and 2. Not 100% certain who took the third place spot in that one there. May have been Tanifar, not sure. Thompson may have just edged ahead of him. But no doubt about the race winner, the man from Central Motor Speedway, Casey McEwen, takes out race number 3 for stock cars. Still one more race to run here, folks. The feature final for Super Saloons set to go next. Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be back with that in just a moment. Are out, we will go racing. This time around, the civil construction pace car heads to the infield. Mark Osborne on the outside, Elliott on the inside. This should be an intriguing battle down to turns 1 and 2. Elliott was fast in race 1 before he spun, but it's Osborne who controls the pace and gets off to an absolute flyer. The Stealth 4-bar round he goes. Ricky Bolton's gone round the outside of Elliott as well, so he moves up to second place. Richie Taylor with a big look down the inside of Elliott too, so a nice move by Richie Taylor on Trevor Elliott. So within 1 lap, Elliott has gone from position 1 down to position 4. Ricky Bolton looking racy, the 861, the Pro X. Trying to chase down Mark Osborne in his Stealth. It's a real battle of chassis manufacturers in the Super Saloons here at the moment. Bolton's all over the back of Osborne, looking racy at the moment. He's stuck on the inside of him. This is a hell of a battle. Ricky Bolton goes in there. Can he pull it up? Just manages to do so, side by side, down the back straight. Osborne and Bolton. Bolton now takes position. Leads this one here. Osborne now with work to do. Richie Taylor's in this battle, so's Elliott. Further back we've got Malloy and Lister. So we've got a Pro X out in front. We've got a Stealth in second. We've got a Gorge in third. And a Hypermac in 4th place. Ricky Bolton sits mid-track, takes it through 3 and 4, tidy, smooth. Mark Osborne. What's he got left in the tank? Can he chase down Ricky Bolton? Bolton hasn't really fired a shot tonight in the heat races, but he saved it all up to the final. He leads this one here, a car length between him and 3-time New Zealand Super Saloon champion Mark Osborne. Osborne working his way to the inside of Bolton. He's got that inside line. Bolton to get good drive out of 2. Pulls away from Osborne. Richie Taylor still managing to hold off Trevor Elliott in car 27. So Osborne looked very, very close to pouncing a couple of laps ago. He fell back slightly. Through comes Bolton. Car 16, Mark Osborne lining him up, but Bolton's got such good drive out of turn 2. Where will Osborne make the move? Bolton smooth, fast in the corners. Osborne at the moment just does not have an answer for him. Distance back to third place, which is Richie Taylor. Then we see Elliott in fourth, Malloy in fifth, and Lister in sixth. Bolton really starting to extend that lead. Lap at a time, he pulls away another car length. Mark Osborne trying to chase him down. But Ricky Bolton really looking the goods here in this one here. The feature final for Super Saloons at Central Motor Speedway. Bolton has not put a foot wrong in this one. Osborne seems to catch him when they head down to turns 1 and 2, but Bolton just has so much grip, so much power as he comes out of 2. Osborne now only has 1 lap to do it. 1 lap sprint for Ricky Bolton to win the feature race of the Ainsley Memorial here at Central Motor Speedway. He powers off down the back straight into 3 and 4. The president of Speedway New Zealand is going to win the feature race here at Central Motor Speedway. Race win to Bolton. Osborne, he settles for second ahead of Richie Taylor in car number 58. Well, what a great night's entertainment, folks. Hope you've enjoyed it. If you've been sitting at home watching the live stream, thanks to the Pits TV. Thanks for tuning in. We'll be back here again, Easter Champs, War of the Wings, April the 15th and 17th. Until then, please stay safe, folks. We'll catch you next time at Central Motor Speedway.